shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
I've been dealing with a twisted testicle. She wrote out a prescription that basically said warm baths to let them float. They would look like alligator eyes popping out of the water. What's the best show on TV? I think it's called Three Sheets.
Where Anthony is in relation to the wind when he's driving. I have a red light in my bathroom.
Wow.
For showering with a chick when you have a red light.
You're always thinking of how you can look a little better.
Exactly. So I have a blindfold. I hand her girl when she comes in.
The Opie and Anthony radio show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning.
Yes.
The Opie and Anthony show, right to the instant feedback. Matt from Punaki W. What's that?
Punaki W.
Now I need to know.
Punaki West as opposed to Punaki East?
Oh, maybe. I mean, it's obviously a takeoff from of Pat from Munaki.
Yes.
This is Matt from Punaki. Oh, I see. He switched the letters. Pat from Munaki, Matt from Punaki. Not bad, though.
A little wacky.
He writes, you guys had one of the greatest shows yesterday.
Ooh.
See, we like to do this, to pump ourselves up for another radio show.
Please.
You made me laugh the entire show.
Oh, go on. No, I mean go on.
Thank you very much. Now do it again. That is our dilemma right there.
Now the pressure's on.
Do
like
it
is
again.
Every day. Do the bit!
You know, I enjoy a little 30 Rock or The Office and a few of those other silly shows out there.
Sure.
The beauty is you sit there, you laugh for an hour, laugh for a half hour, and then those people get a week to just go, now what?
Hope we have a good show next week.
Yeah, next week.
Next week.
See you in a few days to start writing new material.
Yeah.
Not us.
No.
And now, for some reason, we decided to make this show 24/7 with your podcast and my tweets and video uploading. There's always something going on with this show.
I know. Well, some people have asked, too, about the podcast, the webcast, whatever you want to call it.
I'm sure you're going to be going crazy over the weekend with podcasts.
Yes, and the phone line is coming in very soon. That's pretty much what I've been waiting for because I haven't really had a scheduled show. It's kind of whenever I pop on. But the phone line's coming in soon. It's going to be a toll-free phone line. I'm going to get, a number everyone can remember kind of a thing. And then, all hell breaks loose when assholes start calling. So.
I hope management is taking notice. Like, you got to keep this damn thing fun, and then maybe we'll want to do more for your company.
Yeah, instead of doing it at home.
Instead of doing it at home to get the satisfaction of doing radio for fun.
And having fun doing it.
Right. In some ways, I think I have more fun after the show's over.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with you or Jimmy or any of these guys.
No, it's just, You
know that there's going to be no lawyer breathing down your neck. You don't have to, go through... I'm not hiring a human resource department for Opie Inc.
No. What do you do? Yeah,
My company's going to have no human resources. My company is going to be all about pinching heinies.
Smacking asses and going, nice toots. You look hot today, toots.
Yeah, and putting your balls on a copy machine. That's what I'm all about.
The good old days.
If I want to do puppetry of the penis, I'm yanking the broads in caveman style and say, look at this.
Old school. Isn't it amazing how, you can go home in this day and age, what I like to call the heyday of the internet, and do things like that where you can have an outlet, and at this point, of course, there's not as many people on those forums and stuff like that, but it's there, and you can kind of do these things just for the fuck of it, and just for fun, just because it's, I do it for the people, Opie. I do it because I enjoy. It's for the people. It's for you people. Turn around, everybody, and face me as I fucking Scorch. I can't get that Scorch clip out of my head.
All right, I'm good.
It's just been in there.
I've been holding back. I want to watch more of those.
I'll
but
have to.
I want to kind of spread them out.
Yeah, you can't take too much of that. It's like heroin.
It's kind of like a box set you're really into. You gotta, watch the episodes nice and slow. I think you got to bring some of those podcast clips onto the channel, though.
Yeah, once...
we got to figure out how to package it, maybe the best of From the Compound or something, and then we throw it on the channel.
Absolutely. It's just one of those things where right now it's not kind of put together yet. I'm still kind of putting it together, but occasionally I get up there live and pump something out. This weekend, definitely. It's going to be a nice weekend. Going to be having, people obviously coming over to drink.
Is the party tonight or tomorrow?
I don't know. I think both.
I got a wedding tomorrow.
An entire weekend.
Danny, what's the better day to go to Anthony's, tonight or tomorrow?
Danny, what do you think?
There is no better day.
It's just one long day.
As long as there's a keg at Ant's house, that's the best day to be there.
That's it.
Does it turn into just one long day?
It really kind of does.
There have been some marathons.
Yeah.
Friday all of a sudden turns into Sunday night.
Yeah, it's one of those deals.
All right, I'm going to stop
You wear the
by.
same clothes, and you're like, wow, that's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, what happened? I'm wearing the same stuff. You know something? He's not even joking. I've gotten out of bed just throwing the same crap on.
What do you think I'm wearing today? Yesterday's clothes. And I'm not even drinking.
You sleep when it's light out. Wake up when it's dark.
Yeah. I'm going to make an appearance this weekend, if that's okay with you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man.
But I want a big announcement that I'm there.
You want a big announcement?
Yeah, a big announcement.
All right.
Maybe you could get a carpet real fast, a red carpet.
Red carpet.
Roll it out.
Okay, Keith will work on that.
He probably would as a goof now.
Yeah.
Keith, don't do that. Restart now or restart later? That doesn't sound good.
I hate the restart now, restart later.
It's on every computer.
Because what it'll do, if you put restart later, it'll pop up again and ask you in a few minutes. And then if you put restart now, it'll restart and then put something on where it's installing something.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
Hey, something else is going on with this show. Opie, never explained how you staying. How are you staying? What?
How are you staying, Opie?
What is that about? Can I still answer phones?
No idea.
Let's say hi to Bill in Texas. Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Bill, what do I need?
I heard you when you were explaining about. You said "but" instead of "put," and I've been listening to you guys ever since you came on XM, and I've never heard the explanation how you started that and how it can be so ingrained in your that you still can't put it away.
I almost said "but" today.
I just heard that
and
earlier.
Then I stopped myself because I didn't even realize I was saying that. I obviously it's some kind of flaw in my speech.
I think
because it's not even. I don't even think it's a Long Island accent.
No,
it's some kind of flaw. We all have a few little things we can't say, whatever. But that's a bad one.
I think you reinfected yourself by hearing yourself do it on the tape,
on the old tape.
Because you haven't said that in years.
No, because I heard myself say it, I think maybe on like a really big TV show or something, and I was mortified. I'm like, you got to take care of this. So then I wrote "put" in front of me. This is how obsessive I get with some of this dumb stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then people even noticed the transition where I would stop to think before I said the word.
Was there ever a put phase? Put?
No, but I think it's finally out of my system.
Yeah.
Although it almost popped up today.
Reinfected.
Put. Thank you, Bill.
All right. Well, there's one other thing that just drives me nuts, and everybody says it on XM, and it's when you say "I could care less" instead of "I could not care less."
Yeah, that's been debated. It's one of those I don't care things. Where you say I could care less or I couldn't care less. People know they know what you mean when you say that. It's like technically it means you couldn't care, which means you care. I couldn't care less.
We don't speak the Queen's English,
right,
or whatever the hell it is. We just
all right.
I think we speak like the average person. You know, we're gonna
speak Greek.
We're gonna mess up some things, but people know what we're getting at.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill.
I've been listening to you, and I'm like that other guy. I've never.
I love how it's just.
Oh my God!
You're dismissed.
Absolutely.
Good day, sir. But a good day.
I would bet that he's an English professor.
Yeah.
In the English field.
Yeah.
We get those people every once in a while that we'll have a really good break, a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and then someone will pick apart. But you said you and me instead of you and I, or whatever the hell the rule would be, because I don't even care. And they would pick it apart. Like, just sit back and enjoy.
Just enjoy yourself.
Two of these guys didn't even freaking graduate high school, and they're probably the smartest two on the show. The one that went all the way through college is the dummy on the show. So you figure it out. Jake in Ohio writes, new listener here, great fucking show, new thing I'll be tuning into. And that's the second thing I'm wondering today. Our phones have been really, really lit since moving over to Sirius XM. And I'm wondering if we've dragged a lot of people with us when we left regular radio.
I think so. I think people's subscribed.
I think the show's better, too. I don't know what it is. I think because we can relax and there's not this stress and anxiety of trying to keep two companies happy and all that. I mean, we're still keeping our options open. There's a few things swirling out there, but we got to figure it out. And then I think the energy of this place is really good.
Yeah, we kind of bashed the idea of coming over here, and the studio is smaller, and there are definitely downsides to it as opposed to where we were. But it isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and it is kind of good in some ways where, there are people walking around. Some you like, some you don't, but there are people.
Most of them have been nothing but cool, so.
Yeah, I don't talk to
And
many.
this is where we start. I mean, for all the people listening from this company that are mad because we got 8 flat screens and another 4 in our office, this is where we start.
Yeah.
We have big plans.
Exactly.
I already know which studio I want. And I already know which wall I want to knock down to make the studio I want a lot bigger. And that will happen.
Is it going to be like the old Treefort extension?
Yes.
Where we just bash a window out and build 2x4s out the side window and extend our studio hanging over the city?
If we stay here long term, trust me, this is a temporary situation.
Yeah.
Trust me on that. I've already been scouting some studios. Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard about this.
Oh, yeah. You sort of know.
Warning.
And you knock one wall down, and we got a nice facility.
Oh, really? Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right, then I do know.
But, and then
there's a wall that's available there to.
Yeah, and these two studios couldn't be more opposite as far as what they do.
Oh, really?
Yes.
There's a couple I could think of, but I think I know what you're talking about.
They both talk about wide receivers. All right.
Oh. I think I remember. Studio and your next door.
What else? How was the banquet, Anthony?
Oh,
the NRA
wonderful.
banquet last night.
Being with people of the similar mindset that I am. Yeah, I went to the Coral House. They're in Baldwin.
By the way,
Long
Jimmy
Island.
is here.
Yeah, he's just oof.
Because people wonder right around now because they expect Ant and I to kind of start showing rap a little bit, and then Jimmy starts popping in.
Pops in.
Here he comes back. Here's the little fella.
Jimmy should.
I didn't mean to interrupt your thing, but I knew that people would wonder where Jimmy is, and now that Jimmy has entered the studio,
permit for his asshole. The way it's firing off.
Dude, what's going on with you?
The oxy powder.
It's the powder.
The oxy powder is just cleaning you out.
Yeah, every time I.
What's wrong?
I don't know my headphones.
He's a walking Yoo-hoo bottling plant.
Every time I stood up, I had to sit back down.
Oh, really?
You know how you feel okay?
You're doing squat thrusts?
Like you stand up, and then all of a sudden something shifts, and it all comes back down again. You're like, I better sit back down. You just get done wiping. You're like, you got to start over.
That is horrid. It's like it's pure liquid, though, right?
No, a
little solid coming out.
A lot of mush. I didn't take as much water as I should have last night. Normally, when you do it, it liquefies everything, but I didn't take a lot of liquid last night, so it's kind of, just kind of mush.
That is disgusting, Jimmy.
It feels burns coming out too. It's like it must be getting some.
Yeah, you had a little spicy food in there.
No, it has been for like a couple of days. It's supposed to be peeling some stuff off the walls in there.
Really?
I don't know.
I think we got to get Dr. Steve to talk about that stuff on the show because
I would like to.
People get the hoses up their ass and they take these powders and what works and what doesn't.
A high colonic.
Steve contacted me yesterday. Not a big Kaku fan.
Why?
I don't know.
Because he must be a religious man.
Dr. Steve?
Dr. Steve?
No.
He's not a religious man. Why isn't he a fan of Michio Kaku?
He knows he's a smart guy, but I don't think he likes the way he explains things.
Well, that's weird because I got a text from Dr. Steve that it was a good show and everything.
He didn't dislike the show. He didn't like the way Kaku explained it. He wants Kaku to explain it better.
Interesting.
Well, he had to explain it in, like, silly terms.
Dr. Steve's a smart guy. He knows physics.
Dr. Steve is.
Oh, well.
Not that Kaku was wrong, but he was saying that the time travel explanation thing, as far as the time could have been explained.
Oh, I'll agree with that. Like, I think, and I'm not putting myself up against Dr. Kaku, but there were some explanations that he could have given as far as time travels and paradox that I do believe I had a point, and I was dismissed. I was summarily dismissed by Dr. Kaku.
Because you were just a cookie man.
Yeah, because, he's used to just looking at me and thinking I have to explain it in Cookie Man terms.
Yeah.
Disney movie.
Cookie Man and Pinocchio is...
It's just like a Disney movie.
I got nothing but positive reviews on the Dr. Michio Kaku
It isn't that
segment.
He didn't like the segment, or that he didn't think it was interesting. Jesus.
We got tuberculosis, Danny?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Danny's not invited to Anthony's this weekend.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah, he's just got to get enough alcohol in him to burn
kill
that
whatever
out.
that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stupid allergies are starting to hit, right? You feeling it?
Dude, I've never, ever had allergies, ever. This year, it's like insanity. Every day, my eyes are itching. I'm
They
sneezing.
say that shit turns. They say that shit comes and goes.
Every
like
7 years or some shit?
Yeah, you could have all sorts of allergies, and then it sort of goes away, and then other people that never had allergies, all of a sudden they're sneezing.
This is a first for me. This is like my first year.
Oh,
going
you don't
through
want this allergy
It
thing.
sucks.
I blow out my nose every morning. You could hear it in my throat until like 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, I don't want that.
So the shitties came out good.
Oh, dude, my third one. I was almost late for work. I get up at 5:30.
What do you mean you're almost late for work? It's 6:22.
No,
you were
but I
late
mean,
for work.
But I mean, I can't.
Officially, you were late for work.
No, but I was in the studio.
Not that anyone's paying attention, but are you kidding me?
I was in the studio. I could come in, sit down, and then leave for
I walked
20
into the
minutes.
studio.
Take a nap, right?
I walked into the studio, and I put my stuff
Officially,
down.
yes, you got here before the show started.
Officially.
And then unofficially, you
The
had
music
it done
started,
for 20 minutes.
and I had to do it. And so God knows when we'll take a break. So I ran in there, and I just couldn't get up. I would stand up. Let's go back down.
I'm
again.
shitting, and I can't get up. Poor Jimmy.
And I told Opie, I don't know if you guys talked about this, but I looked online. I was jonesing for my new clip.
Oh, yes.
Well,
I hear it's horrific.
I chose not to look at the clip.
Did you choose to start looking and then tap out?
Well, the problem is I gave all my Real Rock TV, our Real Rock TV shows to Sam so he could put them on DVD for me because they're on VHS. So I watched a bunch before I gave them to Sam, but now I'm giving him tapes I haven't seen. So now I have to go with Sam's description.
Yeah.
And how he described this this latest video clip from 11 years ago when we did the Real Rock TV.
Bad.
I just couldn't sit there and watch. I'm going to make a commentary video this weekend. I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. But how he described it, I'm like, there's no way I could sit and watch.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, let's watch it. I'm
Basically,
dying.
I guess, I don't even remember doing this. That's the only defense I got. I guess Ant and I interviewed indoor lacrosse players. Do you have any recollection of ever talking to an indoor lacrosse player? For this TV show?
No, I could see how it would happen.
Some of this stuff now, after I see it, I go, okay, I sort of remember that. This lacrosse thing, I'm like, why would we talk to an indoor lacrosse player?
What phase did you go through? You said you went through a phase.
It reminded me that I went through a surfer dude phase. Why? I don't even know, Jimmy, and stop looking at me.
I can't help. My teeth are just clenching, but not angrily, like ugh.
Painfully.
I think I always wanted to be like a surfer dude. I think I always wanted to like actually surf and live on the beach. And I think I wanted to live in California. Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
And I took on this persona of man and gnarly and dude. And you guys know me. I haven't done that in years. Years.
Thank Christ.
And Sam says that he was laughing so hard as he's trying to describe this to me. I'm like, I'm not in the mood to watch how awful this is. I know the whole thing is, putting us under the bus, but I think I finally hit my limit. Where's your mic?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This one throws you under the surf.
I hope a shark bites me.
This one is a rough one. This is the one. This is the one that actually had Jess, my girlfriend, who's usually completely nice and polite and all this stuff, actually doing surfer dude Opie impressions in the house last night.
Oh, no.
Yes.
She couldn't resist but to walk around the house doing the impressions.
Which one was she doing?
She loves the, yeah! And the use of the word gnarly.
I've never
How
heard
long
it.
is this?
It's, I think it's a minute 58.
I was rooting for 6 minutes.
It'll feel like it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Sam was on another radio show yesterday, so you were very busy. I was very busy in Huntington, so I sent out the tweet as I was crashing.
Dude, I was
I turned off everything. I'm like, I don't want anyone to contact me.
I was so fucking annoyed because I'm in the afternoon. I'm like, where is the clip? I don't look at the clips till the next morning, and I'm like fucking jonesing for this clip. And it's not up, and I go back to it later, and I'm like, they're doing it on purpose. Like, this is a way of teasing it until tomorrow morning.
Not really.
You going on other radio shows, Sam?
Yeah, I'm going to be on G Unit Radio this weekend.
Oh, he already taped it. Oh, it's not on, so we should plug it.
The answer is,
I forgot that it wasn't live.
I didn't think I had to tell you about every show I go on. Turned it down. Turned it down.
Yeah, are you going to tell us you went on G Unit Radio?
Yeah. Are you going to tell us?
Where can we hear this there, Sam?
It's on Shade 45 XM 66, Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m., Hollywood Saturdays with Woo Kid.
See, he's so black.
Yeah, it's obvious. We're going to lose it to a black station.
Yeah.
A black channel, whatever.
Because they'll use you to infiltrate the white man.
Yeah.
They'll have you go into white places and talk and get our real opinions and then go back and report to the hood.
Yeah.
We don't like it. You're a double agent.
Between black society and white society, you are the missing link. You are like the holdover, the middle ground where I think people can kind of make a connection.
I think it's a good position to be in.
You know, Ant, they're looking for the missing link. Maybe we clunk him over the head and bring him to some scientist.
Yeah, let's bring you to the Museum of Natural History.
It's between white and black, male and female. Nobody knows.
He is. He's just kind of he's getting everything.
A good clunk to the head and drag you off to be studied.
Well, I can come back and help you guys with some of the hip-hop stuff and help the hip-hop guys with some of the white guys stuff. It's a beautiful thing, really.
I heard
ebony and ivory.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I heard they were very happy with your performance yesterday. That will be replayed this weekend, or played for the first time.
He was off the hook.
Yeah, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I mean, if Opie says someone's good, usually they're really.
Well, Sam, I'm thinking of going through a hip hop phase, so maybe you can help me with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you think that we'll enjoy this clip?
Yeah, I
Jimmy doesn't want to hear anything else.
I know. I love Jimmy's childish little questions about things. Do you think we'll enjoy this?
I think you'll enjoy the clip.
How many did you watch any other shows?
Not yesterday. No new shows.
By Monday, you're going to have a good grasp on what's to come.
What do you think I'm going to do this weekend?
Yeah, one Real Rock TV clip a day.
Yeah.
Except we might take one day off this weekend. I think we're putting the cheese clip up tonight after the show. Or this afternoon after the show.
The cheese clip will be the weekend clip, and then I'll put another one up on Sunday.
The Sunday clip has to be, not to take this off me, because I know it's coming back to me, but Anthony practicing to be a mime.
Yeah, okay, that one, I think people are eager for that one.
I just got a real chill.
You know what I just did there, right?
Took it off of you, put it on me.
Because you're about to see me at my worst, and I'm just hoping that you realize that
I am practicing to be a mime in a plastic box
in a couple days. So we'll see how bad you
mimes,
kill me.
Mimes have to practice, buddy.
To be totally fair, Ant did throw in the zingers for the lacrosse interview.
If you said that to be totally fair and pulled out a gun and shot both.
All right, I'm going to watch this for the first time in probably 11 years.
Nice. It's good.
It's good. So it's up on, how do they get it, Sam?
Well, it's YouTube / Opie Radio.
Look for a dog when it squats and then stands up. Look what it left.
And through the Twitter account, I'd link everything too. So
Twitter / Opie. But yeah, basically, it's you're supplying the information and getting to know the players, and then Ant's there with some good jokes. Just
I bet.
Just to lighten the mood. Yeah.
And
I'm probably real happy to be there,
Really?
too.
Yeah, you're psyched. You love lacrosse, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Mike Tyson's in town. We don't have him on the fucking show today. He's
Where
doing local TV and not our show.
Really?
He's doing Pix 11.
I don't think he's.
We have so many more people listening to us than watching that dumb TV show, and that's a fact.
Boy, did someone burn bridges with Pix 11.
Nah, but that's
Yeah,
publicist.
but that has nothing to do with having him on our show.
He's not. He's not in here unless he's doing.
He's not. Yeah.
Is he in the facility at all?
No.
Oh, someone fucked up.
Maybe he's
they
not doing
couldn't-
radio.
Maybe they couldn't get him to. Sometimes these guys won't do radio.
That's
it's
true.
it's their publicist. Sometimes they may have gone and given the best pitch, and the dumb publicist may still think the TV is better.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking asshole publicist.
It's so stupid.
It's completely stupid. This is the audience Tyson wants to target with the thing he's releasing.
Yep.
This is so. I sent this out as I was crashing. It says, "Crashing. Here's today's installment of Douche Chill Theater. We go back 11 years to look at my Surfer Dude stage." And I also heard you pumped it up there, Sam, and kind of did a lot of edits to make it almost a montage.
Well, yeah. I mean, there was a lot of like clips of the guys playing lacrosse. Nobody wants to see guys playing lacrosse. So I mean,
No.
it's just Opie and Anthony at their finest.
Hey, was this the day we had to go to that lacrosse thing, and the old Indian was sitting up in the bleacher in the
An old Indian.
Yeah, he's like some
What kind of
old
weed were you
Indian guy
smoking?
who is a big fan of lacrosse because it's, an Indian sport.
Maybe it was the time Crazy Jim had that camera and he put it in his pants and undid his fly and then made believe he was having boners.
Oh, right, where the lens would come out in and out, the Canon cameras, where when you turn it on, the lens would come out.
I remember that. So
And
maybe
he put it in his
maybe that was
pants.
at the indoor lacrosse game with the Indian.
Put his zipper down and he'd turn it on, and it looked like RoboCock coming out of his zipper.
And you'd hear the noise.
Oh, the laughs we used to have. Oh, the fun.
And then he went to showing us his real cock, which was very, very good for all of us. All right, Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't even want to participate.
I will.
No.
There are. I did make some edits just to make it YouTube friendly and everything. There are one or two really horrendous edits. Those were preserved from the original. Those are not mine. Those are,
you're saying those aren't your edits?
No, there are some edits that I preserved from the original television show.
All right, let's take a look at this. Oh my God! Wait, let me get the audio up.
Dan, can you turn it?
Oh, look at Jim. Oh, God.
Opie looks very, very young.
What the hell are we
He's
thinking?
got kind of the shaggy blonde hair, like just kind of hanging out hair. I'm not really doing a good description, but it's kind of like it's Prince Valiant-ish in a way, and Anton is just kind of in the background.
Oh, and
This looks like a fucking elevator footage. Like Opie's about to get robbed by the Puerto Rican.
Yeah, this is surveillance footage where I'm ready to pounce.
Bird in Philly writes, "I'm repeatedly clicking on the clip at 1 minute and 14 seconds. Got a nice remix going. Real Rock TV, Jaw! Real Rock TV, Jaw!"
That's one of the best parts about the comments, that people actually time code and give you their favorite parts. Like, keep watching 057, keep watching 114. And, it'll just be like a facial expression. Or,
Why is this hitting so well with the listeners?
Because it's so incredibly douche chill inducing.
It's also when people expose. It's like when you embarrass yourself or you expose yourself. People are naturally just kind of attracted to that. It's like when you're showing them and you're going, "Look, this is how awful." It's like people can't help but and not enjoy it.
Now, was this the same day that we did the car driving one? Because I'm wearing the exact same thing.
No.
My AAF jacket.
No, I'm wearing...
And my AF hat with the ponytail pulled through looking like a mushroom cloud.
See, people need to know, and some remember, because we do have some of those old listeners that are still with us. We weren't making a lot of money. And you were wearing the station jacket and the hat because you didn't have a regular jacket.
No, I really didn't.
And you always had T-shirts on that were
Booze T-shirts.
Booze T-shirts, free T-shirts. That's what Anthony
Kahlua,
wore. Anthony did
Bud.
not buy a shirt.
The whole T-shirt.
I don't think I don't think you bought a T-shirt the whole time we were up in Boston. For real.
No,
you
no,
might have gotten a few for Christmas as presents.
I didn't.
But I don't think you ever went out and bought anything.
No, it was always the free booze swag that we would give away at appearances, and that's what I would come into work in.
Yeah.
That and, crappy pair of jeans.
All right, let's get to this. So, Opie and Anthony, Boston Blazers practice.
The Boston Blazers.
I don't remember. All right, here we go.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony. We're kind of hanging out at the Boston Blazers lacrosse practice with Jeff.
How you doing? Deep inside the Hindenburg, by the way. We're in a dirigible floating high above Boston.
Now, Jeff just got off the field and he's like really sweaty and stuff, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
What's wrong, Jimmy?
All right, look.
What's wrong?
Look, first let me explain. What the video is where it's indoor lacrosse.
Yeah.
So it's played on a field inside one of those portable kind of pressurized dome things that look like a big balloon covering the field. So from the inside, I was making a comment, a funny little joke that, yeah.
What was funny was that you said it. You go, we're inside the Hindenburg. We're inside a dirigible.
I know.
It was just the way you had to keep explaining it. Floating above Boston. We got it.
That's funny. I'm funny.
Hysterical.
All right.
Oh, God, this is so bad.
It's the field and he's like really sweaty and stuff, but he's been nice enough to join us on Real Rock TV. Now, I know one misconception about indoor lacrosse. Okay. You guys don't make $1 million.
Worst.
Oh, no. Your mic technique.
It's a visual. Yeah, but yours was bad in the last clip.
Horrific.
Where you're asking me questions and you're keeping the microphone up to your mouth.
I know.
And I
Horrid mic technique.
And I want to beat you up for that, but now I did something just as bad, if not worse.
Opie, what was it you said? There's a lot of myths. There's a myth?
He said there's one misconception.
There's one misconception about indoor lacrosse, and then he puts the mic in front of the player's face as if the player says, go ahead, set me up by saying misconception. And the player just stared at him like, what? And he had to pull the mic back.
Because I
There's
realized
no answer to that.
Because I realized I didn't officially ask a question.
No, but then you put the mic in front of him anyway.
Like I did ask a question.
So he
and
just
then
goes,
went, oh, wait,
yeah.
I didn't ask a question. Then I moved it back to me.
But not quick enough
No.
before you hear him go,
Yeah, he goes, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice
I like to see what this guy's doing nowadays.
Join us on Real Rock TV. Now, I know one misconception about indoor lacrosse. Okay. You guys don't make $1 million a year.
No, we don't even make a tenth of that.
I heard rumors that you guys make about $100 to $200 a game.
Average player makes about $2.25. Highest paid player is only about $550.
He's getting like $6.
Holy crap.
You were very off.
Hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, I know. It was the funny part is you go, I hope you heard you guys don't make $1 million a year. And then he's going, well, the average player, and you're nodding with your head like, got the scoop.
There it is.
Got the scoop.
Tell everyone what you make.
Come on. Someone did their homework.
Some research on this hard-hitting interview.
Yeah, I heard you guys make between 100 and 200, and then it turns out the low end is 225 to 500.
Average player.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Ant's about to comment.
Yeah, I'm about to throw in is this one of my zingers?
Yeah, this is a zinger, but go back a little so you can see
edit's really
the
bad.
seamless
What
edit.
happened?
That's Real Rock TV.
Well, they were ahead of their time, with the jump edits and stuff.
This is an MTV edit.
Yes.
Average player makes about $2.25. Highest paid player is only about $550.
He's getting like 60 minutes with you probing at him like this, Hope. You're scaring me.
No, I know this because I had a few...
Holy shit.
Did you guys fight about Ope's aggression afterwards? Gee, how could he grill the guy with one question like that?
I'm just smiling and nodding.
Wow.
Just like they do in 60 Minutes, smiling and nodding. Like me.
There was nothing there. My comment amounted to nothingness.
I know what this is about. I think they forced us to do this because probably
they did. It was a sales thing.
It was probably a big buy with
with the Blazers.
with the team.
What leads into this clip on the original Real Rock TV program is a commercial for the Blazers.
Yeah. See, so
you know what I would love to
sales
do?
Thing.
We should
burn everything. Oh, that's on tape.
We should make a deal with whoever owns this show now.
Yeah.
Make a deal. And I don't want the whole series, just the ones that I got of us, and package this motherfucker.
Put them out on DVDs.
Yeah.
Douche
So you
Chill
can watch
Theater.
the whole show, because
Yeah.
there's live performances, all sorts of stuff in this.
Yeah.
It'll be douche chilly the whole way through. I'm not trying to say, like, you got to see the whole thing to really appreciate
Out of
it.
context.
Right.
What is this? Whoa, what are you, 60 minutes?
Yeah.
Or either that, I'll just start putting the whole show up there. That's all.
We can find a spot.
How
to
long
do
was
it.
the show?
It's at 30 minutes.
Put it on twice. What is it, 60 minutes?
Yes, one question.
Wow, tough grilling. And he's smiling the whole way through it. He couldn't be nicer.
In other words, it was nothing like 60 minutes.
It couldn't have been further from 60 minutes. It really couldn't have been.
For the people that don't believe me, can you tell I liked Kurt Cobain? Looking just
Not
like
enough.
him. Looking just like growing the hair out like Kurt did.
I want to see this
Jesus.
bad cut to Ant's question again. It's one innocent question, and Ant just jumps in with a 60 minutes reference.
So bad.
50. He's getting like 60 minutes with you probing at him like this, Ope. You're scaring me.
No, I know this because I had a few buddies from high school that played indoor lacrosse, and they did it just for the love of the game, man.
Yeah, that's the only thing that we can do. It's like the NHL started with the original 6. I guess we're the original 6.
The pioneers of indoor lacrosse. Say hi to Mark, man, from the Boston Blazers.
Hey,
Hold
how's it
on.
going?
All right, now what?
All right.
This is
Where are we
it.
at?
This is it.
This is where it gets good.
This is the segment. Everybody has to turn up their radios. This is
So that
Mark is the guy.
Why is Mark the guy?
Because Mark is the guy with the gnarly scar.
Oh, no. Here it comes.
Can I possibly get a T-shirt made out of this?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
With a target on it.
I might have to get a Gnarly Scars T-shirt made.
There's also a physical action that I hope Jim will notice and describe for the audience.
Is it a ticking clock?
That follows the question that I know Jess certainly enjoyed.
All right, back it up just
Yes.
a couple seconds. Yes, Anthony.
Why am I holding a lacrosse?
Hopefully you saw this and were contemplating a new job.
We just would
Why?
do whatever they told us.
Wow.
But not the whole time. Then somewhere.
Yeah, we started to say, fuck you. We're not doing this.
We finally found our way and finally said, fuck you, fuck everybody. I would love to know what that turning point was. I'm sure it was something where we finally said,
watching these?
We've had it. Because there was definitely a change, a drastic change that had to happen. I think maybe when the ratings finally started turning around and we started doing well.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I look like me with Grecian formula on my beard. It's me with Just for Men.
You don't look that much different.
Yeah.
Especially
I
when
do.
you see
Believe me.
The side view with the ponytail, yes. But
That's
when
hysterical.
But straight on, you don't look that much different.
It looks
You're
like
still
I took
wearing
a
hats.
Sharpie to my my goatee. This business has put a few grays in the old beard.
Oh, yeah, Bradley? Scaring me over here. Why would you be scared if it was 60 minutes?
I don't know.
What a dangerous show.
It was the dumbest line I could have come out with.
You're scaring me.
Hit it.
Pioneers of indoor lacrosse. Say hi to Mark, man, from the Boston Blazers.
Hey, how's it going?
Know what I noticed about you, dude? You got some, like, gnarly scabs on your knee, man. Check it out. You got to get on Real Rock TV.
Okay. Oh, no, you didn't just do that. Oh, no. Boo.
Jimmy, why won't you look at me? Jimmy.
Opie. They're calling him Opie Spicoli. Yeah, boo. Then there's just an oh my God in heaven.
Someone on Instant Feedback obviously saw the video many times. Jeff in Staten Island just writes, "Here it comes."
Yeah. Ew. Ick.
I used to say "yeah" as a joke, but obviously here I'm not.
No.
It probably
So when did it
Why would
turn
you joke
into
on a serious news show like 60 Minutes? I didn't see the. Did I miss the physical?
No. It's after the
We should probably rewind a minute just to hear that. Well,
all right.
Say hi to Mark, man, from the Boston Blazers.
Hey, how's it going?
Know what I noticed about you, dude? You got some, like, gnarly scabs on your knee, man. Check it out. You got to get on Real Rock TV. Yeah! Awesome. Awesome.
oh, it's worse than I could have imagined.
Oh, Jesus.
It's worse than I could have imagined.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Dude, I just found my line.
You got a
down
tap,
goes
right?
Hope. Down goes Hope.
Down goes Hope.
Well,
Down goes Hope.
it was.
Dude, I've never felt what I'm feeling right now. I have to stop and tell you guys I've never felt what I'm feeling right now.
Why? It was two bros. Here's what happened.
I want to go home.
After the.
I want to go home. I finally, because everyone's like, wow, you love being uncomfortable. You love throwing yourself under the bus. I don't understand why you like living in this world of uncomfortableness. I finally hit my limit. I am
that is so
so
bad.
uncomfortable right now. I've never felt this feeling before. Never.
After the camera pans back up, Ope kind of takes his hand and pulls his hand kind of like his hair. He does the hairbrush over each side of the ear,
behind each ear,
and then
I wanted to show off my cheekbones.
and then there's this kind of dead spot where we don't quite know what to say next. I'm just looking on like
You're
like I'm stoned.
You're Silent Bob in this.
Yeah, I'm not saying
You're doing
a
your
word.
Kevin Smith impression.
I'm holding the lacrosse stick and just kind of looking at this guy like he's an alien.
You're like the lady in the American Gothic painting,
Yes.
just holding the rake or the guy.
You got
fucking doing nothing.
You get into some weird angles with your head.
I don't know what I was doing here.
Sucking? Dude, and then did you describe what he did?
No.
We're getting there. Jimmy, why don't you want to see it again?
I
so you
really
can
should
fully
see it again.
Describe it.
And wait. And there's a line right after you do it. We all missed it because we were laughing, but just let him do the line right after he does it.
This could be one of the greatest uncomfortable moments in video history.
Yes. It's just this. Yeah. We may shorten this to just this one clip.
All right.
Noticed about you, dude? You got some, like, gnarly scabs on your knee, man. Check it out. You got to get on Real Rock TV. Yeah! Awesome. Awesome. These pads really do work. That dude, when you...
What, the maxis we're both wearing? Holy yeah.
Wow!
Oh, God. Because he's wearing what amounts to Kevlar on his shoulders. Because lacrosse, very physical contact, a lot of contact in that game. Sticks wailing around. Opie knocks on his shoulder pad.
I got to jump in. It was me and you, because you're part of this.
Yes.
Even though you're being Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Both of us didn't know what to do next, so I guess I'll just punch him.
So Opie punches the
Not really
shoulder
punch, but I
pads.
And then out of nowhere,
and then goes, wow,
the guy.
these pads really work. Like you're fucking Superman.
Yeah, or Chuck Liddell. like, thank God for you they were there. Or you'd have a busted shoulder, Pally.
Wait, I got to go to Steve on Long Island. Steve, help me. What do you got?
Listen, just hang in there, brother man. And
All
if
right.
you don't
You know who could help you? Kako, if he had that time machine.
Working with his machine.
For the life of me.
Oh, the picture right there is great.
For the life Anthony Awkward with
Getting ready.
Anthony Awkward with the lacrosse
I have
stick,
no
and I'm ready
idea.
to punch the
You
guy.
guys are great.
The guy's not even looking at me. And
what are we doing?
I have to say again, I have not even a recollection of doing this.
None.
None.
I'm right with you there.
Like some of the other
I
stuff
don't
that
know.
we're going to put up there in the coming days, like Tickle Me Elmo, the Aerosmith thing. After I saw, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. I remember driving around in the car. That clip we showed. I remember choking on the dumb turkey cock. You know, all that. This one, not a clue. We ever interviewed these guys.
Turkey cock.
Did I say turkey cock?
Yeah.
Choking on
a turkey cock.
I thought you said that. I'm like, did he say turkey cock?
Carcass.
Carcass.
Because I realized I couldn't say carcass, so I stopped and said cock. Didn't come out turkey.
Yeah. Let's gonna bring that back.
I used to say that all the time.
Let's bring that back.
I want to see the punch again.
Yeah, the punch is very
And the
good.
line after is very funny.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, from Jaw.
I'm going to punch myself and just shave my head next week. Completely. Bald. Right down to the skin.
Now, do you know? Now, you didn't watch this last night. Did your lovely wife watch this? Because she's not too fond of this clip.
True.
I knew that this one was going to be so bad that I was laying in bed and sent out that tweet and then turned off my phone. And I haven't talked to her since.
Do you think that she would like this clip? Because you said she
I'm
didn't.
sure her and Jess are going back and forth already laughing about it. I'm sure she saw it in the middle of the night.
Jess was sitting there just crying, laughing, and punching the air and going, "These pads work."
That's a good observation. Like I'm Chuck Liddell giving him a real good
it's
You
hilarious.
gave him quite a beating.
I'm gonna make sure these pads are good.
You could have just as easily said, "Wow, this paper mache really works." With the strength you put into that punch.
That shoulder pad could take a wooden ball doing about 200 miles an hour, blast it into him, and he wouldn't feel it.
Well, they're not really commenting on this video, right, Sam?
Well, I got here. I haven't checked it since I got here. I got here at 4:30 this morning, and after just a few hours, basically online, it had 191 comments, and so many, all with their favorite parts time coded.
All right, that's the end of the clip. So that's
No. There's still seconds left.
Many
40.
seconds.
40 seconds. What else could I?
Oh God, no!
Does it get worse?
No, I think you
doesn't get better.
I think you've hit your worst, but I mean, there's still stuff worth
All
watching.
right, let's.
Clunk.
These pads really do work. Now, dude, when you're not playing lacrosse, what do you do for a living?
I'm actually a stripper part-time. No, I'm just kidding.
We've decided to find the worst scar on the team.
My God, what is going on over there?
Good observation, Ant.
Well, you know, it's part of the game. You take your lumps once in a while.
Where's the
you just
scar?
strap it
I
back
don't even
on
see a
6
scar.
months later.
I got to ask, how did that happen, man?
A guy came around, gave me a two-hander to the back of the bone, which gave me a spiral fracture.
It's a visual. Opie, man. Oh God. Looks right into the camera, nods, kind of crinkles his nose like, yeah, that's awesome.
Two-hander to the back of the bone, which gave me a spiral fracture.
Great freeze frame, Danny. Danny just nailed it. Oh, yeah. This clip is so utterly bad.
People on the message boards are freeze framing sections of these videos and making it their message board pictures. Like the one guy on Whackbag has the picture of Opie when he's breaking into the boss's office. When he looked at the camera and opened his eyes real wide in his mouth, there's just a picture of Opie with his hat on and his eyes wide and his mouth open, and it just says douche chills under it.
Oh, is this horrible?
God, I wish I could tell people that I was smoking a lot of pot.
At least
if I was like a pothead, then I could almost like explain this away.
Dude, shit or not shit, at least you're contributing something. You're trying. Like, I am standing there.
Lacrosse thing just
I could have just been the driver. I got to take Opie to the gig, and he'll do the interview.
You're going to be the star of Monday's clip.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah.
You're saying,
or Sunday night's clip.
Sunday nights.
We'll preview Monday.
Ant, you're saying non-things. Like, yeah, what's going on over there? What is that? Like, just these completely non-committal. Wow, you're scaring me. What?
I don't know. I suck.
You don't suck. You don't know what to say, so you're throwing out the most, like, these awful fucking, like these are the type of things that just a guy who's not an entertainer says. Like, yeah, what's that about? Tell us.
The only defense is this was one of these sales things, and like, what do you ask a fucking indoor lacrosse player?
Out of scars, about getting hurt.
We were forced to do that.
So we're standing there, and I'm just like, I'm out. I don't know what to say. Wow.
Let's hear what you said.
Trying to punch it up with some comedy.
That's not what you were doing.
No.
Dirigible. Floating above
like a lighter-than-air device that was used many years ago.
Phil McCracken from Massachusetts writes, watch how this syncs up perfectly. Another douche chill coming up. Look at your face at 1 minute and 48 seconds.
There it is.
That's it. Wow,
and that's what Danny
it.
has freeze-framed on our screen here.
Ah, goddamn jacker.
Ooh.
Whatever.
Probably somebody watching the hot blonde chick in this video.
There's more douche chills to come. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
All right, here we go.
And we went from there.
Do you think anyone on the team could beat that scar? Figured I'd ask.
Rodney Tapper's whole head.
Really?
Oh. You know, you see how I turned around to the field or whatever? Mm-hmm. It reminded me of something else. When I had my hair that long, I can't tell you how many times people would go, miss. Not because they were seeing my face, because like they would basically tap me on my shoulder and go, miss. And go, oh, I'm sorry. And you think that I would have got a clue and go, why don't you cut your stupid hair, you idiot?
What you guys missing is when Ope's pointing at me, he goes, you think anyone else could beat these scars? And the guy's looking around, and Ope kind of looks at the camera like with like the shucks, like, I figured I'd ask.
Shucks.
We go back and see that again. Let's analyze that last moment again.
Shucks.
Do we have to?
I think it's very important.
Do you think anyone on the team could beat that scar? Figured I'd ask.
Rodney Tapper's whole head.
Really?
And then the static with the logo and
that's Jupiter.
Out. Yes, that is Jupiter.
Jupiter was part of our Real Rock TV show.
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Planet Budo.
So that's the clip that you could enjoy today.
I bet you could get a T-shirt out of that. There's so many quotes in that clip.
Yeah,
I want a
quotable clip.
We could do a whole line like douche chill clothing.
Douche chill clothing.
Yeah, people would wear it.
Yeah, they would.
Oh, absolutely.
So that clip will be up, and then the cheese clip will definitely go up sometime this afternoon.
Yeah.
And then I think Saturday we take a little break, and then Sunday night, sometime Sunday afternoon, Ant's mime clip.
Yeah, because Ant was training to. I never even knew that Ant, while he was doing radio, was also training to be a mime.
Yeah, apparently I was. I gotta see that clip. Yeah. Thanks.
In the box, it's a real box before you can pretend to be in a box.
How many comments is that video up to?
Let's see.
Oof.
191.
See?
Well, actually, let me reload it.
Nah,
I haven't reloaded
it can't
it.
be more than 191. That's got to be.
Oh, I'm sorry, 201.
Another 10.
Yeah. Right. And by the end of the show, I'm sure it'll be extremely much.
Well, 200 is a lot.
Well, yeah, it's only getting higher though.
It is fun. It is fun reading the comments.
Well,
the comments are just.
We're like
we have some funny
characters
fuckers listening to this show.
We look like cartoons.
YouTube's bad about updating the counter. This definitely has the highest count for this time in the morning. It's already got 2,500 views, which means in actuality it's got to have 4,000 to 5,000 views already. And we put it up at 9:30.
Yeah, they're
last
weird
night.
with their counters.
Yeah.
Why can't they just like every other site? You click and there's how many views you got.
This is going to be the most viewed clip.
This one?
Yeah.
The Aerosmith one was.
That was douchey.
Yeah.
This one though, the "ya" is a catchphrase. Catchphrase is always.
Yeah.
They always get the people in.
Well, I've explained before. I was all about trying to get that catchphrase going. Brother Man didn't work. What were some of the other ones?
Some of them other catchphrases. Yeah.
It's so much easier just to be yourself and do a radio show instead of trying out the surfer dude persona.
The surfer dude.
Did you think that would kind of catch on and you'd be like that guy?
I don't.
He was that guy, all right.
I don't know.
From the front, sometimes. From the back, he was that woman.
I think New York really straightens you out, man. You come to New York, you're not going to be doing surfer dude.
Yeah. And then when we were asked to do that appearance in front of the giant Pop-Tart at Madison Square Garden, we said, get the fuck out of here. We are not doing that. Back then, we'd have been like, hey, Real Rock TV, yeah, we're in front of a Pop-Tart, man.
Got some gnarly sprinklage on you.
That's a big Pop-Tart, Opie. Well, let's get on it like a giant flying carpet.
Yeah. What are we going to do? We're going to eat that? You're scaring me.
Let's go to the phones. Give them a chance. Let's say hi to Lady Trucker. Are you guys okay, you and Lady Trucker?
Oh, yeah. Me and the slobber are friends now.
Lady Trucker,
Good
what's
morning.
up?
Hello, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm a bad speller, so I want to know how to spell ja.
I'd say it's J-H-A-A-A-A-H. Ja!
Ja!
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, I got. Whoa.
Nothing I can't mention.
Okay.
Let me just let the audience in on what I was pointing at.
Sam, you forgot these clips from that video.
Say, pitted, so pitted.
You should just take that and also add in and see how well it fits.
And we still have, what, 8 shows to go through?
At least, yeah.
Another 8 shows
This
of
is
clips, Ant.
all the clips we've seen.
How many have you got up there already? 4, maybe? 5?
4 shows?
No, 4 clips.
Oh, 4. Yeah, we got 4 or 5 clips, but they've all come from, I think, 2, possibly 2.5 shows.
We got at least 2 to 3 more weeks of this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, we're not going to focus on it this much every day like we have.
No, it's new and exciting.
Yeah.
We go every other day.
Scott in Virginia. Scott.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, the first thing I thought in my car listening to that was I was thinking of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I'm waiting for George Carlin in the telephone booth to pop up. You know, it sounded like if Keanu Reeves ever did an interview. It's like, yeah, man, for real.
Perhaps if you explained it more.
Yeah.
Let's go
You're
to
trying
Booger
describe
Couch.
a dirigible.
Booger Couch, Arkansas.
Hey, morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey, Opie, I like how your tastes have changed. You used to be all about the gnarly scar, and now you're all about the retarded bobo.
Oh.
All right, maybe we don't go to the phone.
Wow, that was so
We'll try
bad.
one more. Christina, Delaware.
Oh, shit, I have nothing. It was just so douchey. I had to stay and hold to hear the rest of it.
Oh.
Jimmy, I love you.
Subscribe. All right, thank you, Christina. All right, so there you go. Yeah, I was trying to look like Spicoli.
Well, Jeff Spicoli, actually.
I loved Fast Times at Ridgemont
Something must
High.
have happened to him, man.
But see, he pulled it off.
You pulled it off. You did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Knocking on.
I didn't know what else to do.
I know. We were just lost there.
I'm like, uh-oh. We're kind of like, rolling with this, so I'll hit his pads. Gary Coleman's coming in today.
Yes.
Oh, that's today.
Nice. 9 o'clock.
What time, 9?
Yep.
Is he going to be civil?
I don't know.
He'll be fine. Why wouldn't he?
Every time he's ever out in public, there's a news story about how angry he gets.
Let's just talk to him about different strokes.
I'm sure he loves hearing about that.
Come on, give us one. Would you come on?
Oh, you try to make him do that. What you talking about, Willis?
Let's just say that. That's the only thing we talk about.
Oh, he's going to get so
his catchphrase. We'll say, look, I'm trying to come up with a catchphrase, and you're the king of the catchphrase.
He'll punch a motherfucker. He will.
Yeah.
He's not afraid.
Maybe he'll sing the song with me.
Oh.
A different strokes song.
Should we play the song when he comes walking into the
Yes,
studio?
absolutely.
Yeah, that we should at least do.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's Gary Coleman. Hey, get this fucking song off, motherfucker.
Does he still look like he's 8?
He's small.
He looks like a mini version of Black Earl.
Yes, yes, he does.
He absolutely does.
Right?
For real. All right.
Some other examples of mini versions of Black Girl that I won't even say.
We are going to take a break. We're going to find out about the NRA banquet.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Wonderful, yes.
We started talking about that when you came back from your duty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Duty.
More guns.
More guns, more gooder?
More guns. No, I wound up getting more guns. That's how I roll.
I was a diehard Cali surfer, never talked like Opie. That's James in Nebraska. James in New Hampshire writes, every time Ope gets uncomfortable, he just hits something, people or a microphone. And Bert in Philly wants to know if we can get Sean Penn to commit to the Opie and Anthony story. I'm making a commentary video.
I'm Greg Hughes, and I want a yeah.
I really appreciate that you guys are letting me watch these clips.
No problem, Sam.
You enjoying them?
Very much. Thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
Yeah!
Oh, wow.
So whoever's a fan of this stuff, the cheese clip goes up this afternoon.
Yeah.
Or maybe towards supper time. And then sometime Sunday. We might hit it early to get a nice full day.
Yeah.
Maybe when we all wake up on Sunday, we'll get the mime clip up.
Great, just in time for my birthday.
That's right, your birthday Sunday. So we have to do it
Yeah,
Sunday.
the Anthony birthday
It's
clip.
only
The
fair,
birthday
Sam.
clip.
We'll call it the birthday clip.
Great.
Opie and Anthony, quick break.
Nice. Yeah. Bad. Play through it. Yeah. Opie and Anthony show. Oh, I want to listen to this part. I like this. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Great stuff. Opie and Anthony program. Hi, Friday edition. And I hate saying thank God, but thank God.
We're falling apart on you.
Right? Yeah, Jimmy is.
I'm making shit, and Jimmy's dropping off shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to eat this morning.
No, the papers
you're not
came
eating
late.
at all?
I'm gonna eat later. Kenny came in. And he's like, "You didn't eat your bagel." I'm like, you know something? I'm sick of eating a bagel every fucking morning.
What did you say about the bagel? It was really funny, though. You said there's a bagel mishap, or what was your term, Kenny? Sorry, talking about.
Here he goes. Here comes the lumbering Kenny.
I forget exactly what I said because I'm not that smart, but there was a problem with the bagel this morning. A bagel delay. That's what I said.
Yeah, there was a bagel delay because the swivel hips went out to get it, and
crooked hips,
swivel hips, and he left without knowing that he should come back with a bagel for me, and then he came back. You know what he did, Kenny? He started reaching into the bag and pulling the stuff out of the bag, like ready to touch the bagel and put it on the counter.
He's repugnant.
It's like leave it in the fucking bag. And that's why I didn't eat it. No, I'm teasing, of course. I'm tired of a bagel.
That's a big word for you, Kenny.
I know. I don't even know why it popped into my head.
Use it in a sentence.
Let me work on that.
All right, get back to us.
I'll get back to you. Go back to fucking eating the tops of palm trees. Brontosaurus. Look at him.
Where's Jimmy? He's going to be
lumbering beast.
I know. Jimmy's going to be dehydrated.
He really is going to need some kind of Gatorade or something to keep him going because you can't piss out your ass for a week straight. And that cannot be healthy, first of all. I don't care what he's saying. He's saying he's doing this to clean his system out or something.
Well,
it's supposed to be like a cleansing thing. That can't be healthy to piss out your ass for a week straight.
I want Dr. Steve on the phone to talk about this because some people say it's bullshit.
It's Jimmy.
Not just people. I mean, doctors are like it's bullshit, and others say that no, it's a good thing to do.
I don't see how that could be healthy. If I like drink too much Guinness or something and end up pissing out my ass the next day, I never want to do it again. Like I was saying, Jimmy, this can't be healthy. To piss out your ass for a week.
Well, it liquefies the stuff in your system, but it's only for a week. And it collects up a lot of stuff I think that you've been holding for a while. I think if you get into a habit of doing stuff like this, it's bad. But if you do it once a year, or maybe once every year and a half, whatever, I don't think it's bad.
Even a week straight of pissing out your ass, it's got to be horrible.
Well, it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
But again, it's just probably the liquefying. It probably helps scrape it off the walls or whatever it does. I wish Dr. Steve would call.
We'll get him
Scrape
on.
it off the walls.
Yeah, we all have like shit built up. John Wayne had 40 pounds of stuff in him, and when in his fucking colon and his stomach. Yeah, when he died. 40 pounds of shit.
How do they know that?
Probably weigh it. They probably open them up.
The scooping shit out of the Duke?
The Duke had like fucking T-bone steaks.
Where's my
I hate that one. Oh, I hate
We
that.
haven't played that in a while. Where is that damn thing?
It's douchey.
Really? No less douchey than what we just did.
True.
The last hour of radio.
Is that the Duke? What the fuck is the Duke wearing? That's a picture of John Wayne. He's got a big cowboy hat on.
And a big cock, obviously.
And he's wearing shorts that are pulled up so tight that his ball bag and cock are showing right through it. He's wearing a man purse. I think the Duke might have been a little swishy.
Yeah, well, rumor has it that this photo was taken in, of all places, Key West.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it was just a style back then. He was the Duke. He probably had a big dick. He wanted to show it off in his shorts. Hello, ladies.
Wow.
Take a look at this.
Got a camel toe.
So why is he wearing ballet flats?
Yeah, and he's wearing like...
Is he really?
Yeah, look at it. That's a horrible picture. With the cowboy hat.
What years was he popular, John Wayne?
1970 to 1971.
Oh, I thought it was longer.
Had to be from the fucking 40s. Yeah, there you go. Ugh. It had to be like from the 40s up until
40s?
early 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he check out in the 70s? Early 70s?
Yeah, early 70s was when he did like the some of his biggest westerns.
When did he die?
I bet you he made it to 80.
76, I'll say he died.
Same year as, didn't Elvis die in 76? Or was
I
that
don't know. I'm
77?
just guessing.
John Wayne died, I think, in 81.
I'm going to go with 95.
77? Someone's
Elvis
saying?
was 77.
79, someone's saying. 77. I said 76.
I
All
think
right.
he's still
so
alive,
what?
John Wayne.
He's still alive. Still alive.
Still alive.
40 pounds of meat in his colon, and he's still alive.
I'm guessing 81. Because Pryor talks about him in
No, I think it's
79.
77.
Well, yeah. I'm going to go with 78.
79.
79?
June 11, 79.
I was the closest.
79.
I don't know.
Big casino? What did he have?
He had I
The
think
casino,
cancer.
Tony.
I'm going with lung cancer.
I think you're right.
I think it was lung cancer.
Well, we got lung and stomach cancer.
All right. Was he eating cigarettes? He'd finish the cigarette and then eat the butt.
He had the combo platter. Jay Leno in the hospital.
Why?
The taping of The Tonight Show was called off after host Jay Leno became ill. His spokesman says Leno left his office at NBC's Burbank studios about midday and checked himself into a hospital for observation. The spokesman described the ailment as mild. Instead, NBC will air a rerun.
So he had food poisoning?
They think so. Jay, either that or maybe
Jay's a
he's a
workaholic.
fucking animal, man. He never cancels. Never.
Yeah.
This is the first Tonight Show that he's missed.
Wow.
You kidding me?
No,
That's what they're saying.
This is the first Tonight Show that
Not
he's missed.
counting like, wait, has he ever taken a vacation?
I
Or a
don't
fill-in host or anything?
I don't know.
I'm sure he's been on vacation.
Sure, he's had to
I don't
take
know
a
if he has,
vacation.
dude. I
Come
don't
on.
know.
Nah, he had to step out for
Had
a week or
to.
two.
Dude,
But unlike Johnny, who did the guest hosting, Jay Leno never went with that.
He's pissing out his ass is what he's doing. He's doing exactly what Jimmy's doing.
And Letterman never did that either.
no, Letterman doesn't go away well.
These shows should go 52 weeks a year, and when the guys, take off, then you get a guest host.
It's hard to do for a week because you don't know what kind of news is going to break. That's why, like, a lot of them will tape, or some of them will tape like 2 shows in one day, and they have a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
But Jay tapes every day. Fucking 16 years without missing a Tonight Show.
Yeah, Leno. Yeah, first show in 17 years. It
The
says here.
Iron Man.
He's an
wow.
animal, dude.
He's an animal.
First show in 17 fucking years. This guy didn't get the flu once, or the runs,
Yeah, think about that.
or stomach cramps, or just nothing.
He's been doing that show for 17 years.
93.
That like freaked me out too.
Yeah.
I'm going 17 years. What? I thought he was doing it for like 5 years.
Yeah.
It's like 5 years, right?
I would say 10, maybe.
10, not
maybe.
17. Fucking
Not
years.
17.
How long did Carson do it? He's probably
30.
No way.
Yes. Jack Parr to Carson.
So Jay's halfway there
Jay's just the third host of this program.
of that broadcast. Well, Donald Trump finally breaks silence on the Miss California thing. Finally.
Oh, he did?
And man, is this Perez Hilton milking this fucking
Yeah.
thing.
People love this shit.
Huh?
People love this shit. What's Donnie? Donnie Trump.
Donnie Trump should have came out immediately, but now, days later when it doesn't matter, he's finally breaking
wanted
his
to milk
silence. The owner of the Miss Universe franchise finally addressed a scandal surrounding his Miss USA pageant on Fox News Thursday, saying that he has received thousands of calls and letters, the majority of which support Miss California's comments on gay marriage. She didn't agree with the gay marriage, but I think people are supporting the fact that she answered the question honestly.
Yeah, she told the truth.
Many have argued that the answer cost Prejean, what's her name?
Preteen what?
Prejean. Is that how you say her name? Prejean the Crown. But Trump disagreed, congratulating Dalton and saying that she deserved to win. But Trump defended Prejean as well, disagreeing with Perez Hilton's assertion that it was the worst answer in the history of the Miss USA pageant.
Douchebag.
He's an asshole. It wasn't the worst answer ever.
No, she told the truth.
It was a bad answer because it wasn't the answer you were hoping she was going to give, but she answered it honestly.
I'm sorry. Who wouldn't be all over that?
Huh?
Perez.
Give me a... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the nerve of her to be honest and offend his... But that's why, again, and I know people are sick of hearing me saying that, but that's just why I hate a certain political ideology in this country. Because I hate the people associated with it.
Yeah.
And Trump said pretty much what we've been saying the last few days. Miss California has done a wonderful job. That was her belief. It wasn't a bad answer. That was simply her belief. Trump added that Prejean's question was a bit unlucky, arguing that no matter how she answered the question, she was going to get killed.
Yeah.
That's true, too.
Unlucky. It was
That's
so
like asking
calculated.
That's like asking about abortion or something.
Yeah, it's not unlucky. It was a calculated question that a stupid Perez Hilton thought he would throw out there to fuck somebody.
And then made it about himself.
Yep.
And he's video blogging about it and all that.
Yeah.
Maybe we could find that video blog where he then trashes her even more.
Oh, good. Yeah, milk it.
He's a douchebag.
A douchebag.
Perez Hilton blogging about you. Oh, boy. Fucking shut up. Asshole.
The shit he does on his website. And
Yeah,
he's
draw
like,
little cum bubbles. Very funny. What a creative guy.
Yeah.
Draws cum bubbles and coke shit. And
Yeah, there's a picture of Will Ferrell, and it says Will Ferrell drinks his own urine, and it's got little drips coming out of Will Ferrell's mouth, and on the shirt he wrote, "I like pee-pee."
Pee-pee.
Wow, what a funny, cutting-edge social satire guy he is. What a satirist.
Yeah, that's offensive.
It doesn't even bother me. It's just it's like he's not a funny guy. It's like you're not a funny dude.
he goes after like celebrities' kids and says how ugly they are. I think he went after Adam Sandler's kid, who's like just a little thing that doesn't deserve the attention. And not only does he points out this kid, but says how ugly it is.
Yeah, and he goes
Isn't
after.
that offensive, Perez Hilton?
Yeah, Bruce Willis's kid, rumor he makes fun of a lot.
Right. I mean, it's very hypocritical.
Yeah. It's like, why would you be, when all you're doing is shitting on somebody's kid?
Here's one there, Jimmy. You want to describe this one on the
who
Perez
is that?
Hilton site?
Justin Timberlake, and who's the girl?
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel. They're both holding microphones. And Perez, because he's funny, painted little dick and balls instead of the microphones. And it says, "We heart to," and he wrote "sing" and then crossed it out, "make out." It's like, I kind of get what he's going for. Like he's just like a little boy writing little boy things. But it's not ironic or funny. It's just corny.
No.
It's like you're a fucking cornball.
God, this guy.
What an the fact that this jizz bucket has any fucking attention paid to him is just nauseating. I wouldn't mind if they were fucking funny or really vicious remarks, but you're just a cornball.
Yeah,
I guess America likes cornballs.
We're just trolling through
No,
the
celebrities
website,
like him.
looking for his stupid comments that he writes.
Well, you got a lot of people checking out that website. For what reason, I don't really know.
'Cause
I guess they like the celebrity gossip, but isn't there a million places you can go for that?
And I'll tell you why, because Hollywood is full of dumb motherfuckers. They think that he's edgy.
Yeah.
This guy's dangerous.
There's some cum coming out of Donald Trump's mouth.
Oh.
And then a big dick on John Mayer with cum coming out of it. Boy, is he just fascinated with man's cum, isn't he?
But he's just a fucking, he has like 3 things he draws, and they're fucking awful.
Yeah.
They're awful.
He does the coke thing, I think. Stuff coming out of people's noses, stuff coming out of people's cocks.
Yeah, he loves that.
Loves the cock.
Oh, does he love the stuff coming out of men's cock?
But then he tries to be socially poignant. But Miss California didn't give the right answer. Well, why don't you be socially poignant in the one thing that made you famous, fucking douchebag, which is your website? You're not poignant. Why don't you prove that you have these brilliant, insightful points you want to make?
Yeah.
It's only time to be real there. How come you're not being real or serious on your site? You're painting a bunch of dicks. What the fuck is that? Oh, he makes me sick.
Yeah. I stopped going to Perez Hilton's site when he started reporting on himself. Every day he'd report a story about himself. And I'm like, I don't go to the site to read about Perez Hilton. I want to know about celebrity drunkenness.
That's why you go to what would Tyler Durden do?
Yeah, WWTDD.
Yeah, we like that guy. WWT.
He's a fan, too. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's all right, man. Yeah, you're right. Perez Hilton was the man behind the curtain and then decided he has to be in front of the curtain.
It's got to be about him.
So it fucks up the whole reason why his website was popular.
Just a fucking wannabe. He's one of those guys who he's got no ability to be famous. And he just did this thing that these dumb celebrities kind of thought was like really edgy and like, ooh, this guy's kind of
there's a long list of
funny.
There's a long list of Perez Hiltons that have come and gone, and he's one of them. He'll be really popular on the radar for maybe another year, and then you'll never hear from him again.
Bye.
And then he goes away. This story made me... the NRA thing. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Get back to the NRA banquet that Anthony went to.
It was... boy, I never knew there were so many people that wear... cowboy hats on Long Island.
Oh, really? That's the garb?
Well, no, there was a couple of people that had that garb on. I was just kind of like, well, that's weird. You rarely see that.
We've talked about it. When you walk around New York City and you see a guy with a cowboy hat, he looks so out of place.
It is completely out of place.
And this is a national radio show, obviously.
Yeah.
So when we say cowboy hats, there's people out there like, what's the big deal? Because where you're
Texas,
living,
Southwest.
it's completely accepted.
Yep.
But the rest of the world, when they think America, they think the cowboy culture and they think cowboy hats.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, you rarely see a cowboy hat in America.
Well, down south.
No, I understand there's places, but
up here in New York,
East Coast, Florida, all the way up to the East Coast, from Florida to Maine, you're not going to see many cowboy hats.
Cowboy. New York City, it looks so weird when you see a guy walking down the street with a cowboy hat. It stands out more than, you could see a crackhead, you could see a meth head walking down the street talking to himself. You wouldn't give him a second look. You see somebody with a cowboy hat, and you're looking and going, what the fuck is that
It makes you stop, and he looks so out of place.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was a little odd seeing that, but so I went there. It was very nice, and I wound up getting
the door prize.
No, I didn't win anything.
Oh, all right.
Like where I win.
But walk us through it. Like they give you like a gift bag? Did they give
yes. It was
what
like,
kind of food? Did they get silly with their food?
Well, no, the food was kind of an odd thing. You had your choice of chicken, beef, or fish, and you had to grab a little square of paper, red for beef. Yellow, you ever see that?
No.
Yellow for chicken and blue for fish.
No.
And then put it in your plate so they would know what you were having. It's very regimented.
Was there like gunshot wounds on your meal?
No, it was very weird though to just sit in a banquet hall atmosphere where it's usually like a wedding, so it's set up the same way. You table name, you get your table number, and you sit down and everything. And then there's just people handling guns around you, like bringing rifles back and forth to various displays. And
are they loaded
for the auction? No,
they can't be loaded.
No.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people there carrying. Legally,
probably.
Yeah,
everything's concealed.
No
one had
that.
it on their hip or anything.
I understand that.
I'm sure there were people.
Did you go with anyone?
Packing heat. Yeah, I went with the girl.
Okay, good.
And
I was wondering if you were just there by yourself.
Yeah, I'm there alone, and we're just hanging out. No, but I was talking to a few people about not many Obama fans. I'll tell you that.
Oh, no kidding.
Not many Obama. And as
were there any though?
No. I could honestly say, I looked around the room and I go, I bet there is not one person in here that voted for Obama except for the wait staff, who was probably spitting in the food.
Unless it was a tax reasons. There might be people in there that voted for Obama for tax reasons.
No way. There is not one person that is in the NRA that would vote for Obama. I can't imagine someone in the NRA voting for Obama.
Gun salesman.
I don't know. No.
Gun salesman. What a
gun salesman. Hello, I'm a gun salesman from Walla Walla, Washington. Knocks on your door. Hello?
asshole I am.
And then I also found it a little funny that it was at the Coral House that downstairs, I guess, there was some other shindig going on, and it was entire a room of black people.
No.
Yeah, so down outside, you look out the window, and there's a lake and a little, outside area, and it was just all black people out there, and there's a National Rifle Association thing upstairs where there's just all white people.
The firearms. And that joint must have been unbelievable. You got You got the legal and the illegal.
Yeah, see, it was kind of, the same thing going on, talking about guns.
Yeah.
But I actually wound up getting the prized possession in the auction, because they had an auction, and a lot of the stuff is paintings of a deer jumping over a log and things like that wouldn't fit anywhere. Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, a big old belt buckle kind of thing, which is like
Someone who thinks they're an artist. Ugh.
I don't.
Is there anything worse?
I don't need that, or a lamp that has a deer antler.
Oh, really?
I don't need that. Angela, who decorated my house, would take one of my guns and shoot me if I brought anything home like that to decorate the house with. It's not my cup of tea, but I wound up getting two, mind you, 45 caliber, Western style, 6-shooter.
Yeah.
Ruger commemorative 2009 National Rifle Association Gun of the Year pistols.
How much that cost?
Two. It was about $1,600 for the two.
You hear that, Jimmy?
For two pistols.
He's got two more guns.
Two more pistols last night. Oh, they're beautiful. It's the
two more guns.
Ruger. Yeah, Ruger.
Are you done with your gun purchases?
Let's put Ruger 45.
We got a guy in the NRA who voted for Obama, my friend.
Western.
Let me. We'll go back to your gun thing in a second. I just don't want to lose time.
Oh, there it is.
Maybe the guy voted for Obama because he's pro-choice.
Hold on one second. Tom in Wisconsin.
Yeah. I did the annual meeting thing back in '77, '78 out in Salt Lake City. It was a hoot beating all those world record shooters and stuff. I was a competitive shooter at the time, but I'm an NRA guy. I did vote for Obama, but you know what, Ant? It wasn't voting for Obama as much as it was voting against the Republicans.
Yeah, but how could you, being a member of the NRA, so I assume you're a gun owner.
Absolutely. That sounds like a good price on those guns, too. But anyway.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think I probably overpaid a little bit, but it goes toward the cause.
That ain't bad. $800 a piece for those guns ain't bad.
Yeah. That's them right there. Those are the two guns I just bought.
I think they're kind of like the church. I think anytime there's any gun legislation proposed or even a little rumor, they hype it up so much, begging for your dollars, that they blow it so far out of. I mean, if we think that anybody's going to mess with the Second Amendment,
dude, but they are. The thing is, I understand what you're saying. The thing is, and I've seen the NRA overreact, and their mailers are constantly coming in. And during the Bush administration, I would take these things, crumble them up, and throw them away because I'm like, really nothing. There's state legislation and stuff like that you got to kind of keep tabs on and everything. But for the most part, we're doing all right. But now, I mean, there is legislation on the table that is just blatant infringement on your Second Amendment rights.
Well, I'll tell you what I thought was cool was when Hillary was kissing the president of Mexico's ass and telling him how, we've got to do something about these gun shows and the cash and money.
Yeah.
Obama came out the next day and said, hey, we've got plenty of laws. Let's just enforce the ones we got.
Well,
I think that was kind of gutsy on his part.
Well, but I don't buy it. I don't buy the Attorney General's thing. These are staunch anti-gun people. Their record.
By the scare tactics. Though.
Not of what they've said.
I've heard this crap before, and I think it's all cyclic.
We've heard this crap before, and then look what happened during the Clinton administration. You couldn't buy an assault rifle.
Yeah, well, that I fully expect to happen again. They'll put some sort of ban up. That whether it's Obama or anybody else, if these nutcases keep going out and shooting things up, you and I both know that you walk into some place to do some damage, you're going to carry a shotgun with an extended magazine with some buckshot, and you're going to do a hell of a lot more damage in the arm with an SKS.
Yeah, well, you could do a lot of damage with an Escalade too if you drive it into a crowd of people. It shouldn't be legislated against like it is with these scare tactics that they're using.
what we need here is our goddamn governor to get out, and we're trying like hell to get, conceal and carry through in Wisconsin and Illinois, but Wisconsin where I live, and God, I wish we could get Doyle out of here. That's where the NRA helps, like you said, with the state stuff. On the federal level, they've got some lobby power. There's some money, and I don't think that Second Amendment's going to go anywhere. What they will do is they'll regulate the shit out of the ammo, and they'll regulate the hell out of who can buy. It'll get to the point of insanity when it comes to background. I'm on a background check wait right now. I went and bought one yesterday, and hopefully I'll get it in 48 hours.
Do you want to see something like a 500% tax put on ammunition?
I don't think that's going to happen, man. I really don't.
Well, all right. Something from your mouth to God's ears.
But, you're a true American, as they say. Joe Foss spoke at the annual meeting banquet when I was at. He was the governor of South Dakota, World War II flying ace. And it was the same deal. He sat around the table with 10 or 12 other people other than my shooting coach that I didn't know. And, what a good-looking young man. Meanwhile, I was in, Utah where all the liquor stores were state-owned and sneaking out the back with the wait staff and getting stoned and just having got the
what a good man, a good young man.
Yeah, what a good kid, competitive shooter out there blowing J's with the wait staff. But yeah, it was fun. And it's really impressive the amount of money that floats around. And the show itself, if you're into firearms, it's like Mecca. It's unbelievable. I love it. I love to shoot. My wife's into it, but I did vote for Obama, and it was just.
Well, that's your problem then. All right, sir.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks.
Fontaine writes, cowboy hats, huh? Hey, what do cowboys say to get their horses going?
What?
Ja!
Ja!
So you got two more guns.
Two more guns.
You don't officially tell anyone how many guns you have, but it's safe to say you're well stocked legally.
I got a
legally
few.
Stocked.
These are more collector's pieces that will probably be displayed in a nice case in my office because they are
hopefully high
collector's
up
pieces.
How about you put the guns high up?
I won't store them loaded. You put them in a nice case. They're very beautiful guns. Yeah.
Anything
very
else
nice
from the
pistolas? No, it's pretty much just a little gathering. You got to badmouth people that are trying to take away the Second Amendment.
Are they boring people? Be honest.
No, because we have like a common interest, the preservation of the Second Amendment. But
did you attempt to talk about anything else? Back to the Future, Lost, Dr. Michio Kaku and his
not
theories?
At all.
It was all about guns.
It was all about guns and the Second Amendment and Obama and the sort. That was about it. But I was very happy when because some guy was bidding against me on the pistols. It got to the point where it was just me and some guy, and every time I wanted these things. I just wanted them. So every time he would bid something, I just pointed right back at the auctioneer. I was like, but whatever he comes up, and the guy realized. He goes, all right. He goes, I know whatever I bid, this guy's just going to come over the top of me, so he backed out. And I won. To rousing applause because it was the item to get that night. That was.
You exchanged numbers?
No.
Info with people?
No, nothing like that. How are you
going to get your militia going?
Well, I got the card. This was militia.
This was perfect recruiting.
The militia.
A perfect recruiting opportunity.
There were. They said it was the youngest demo that they've seen there in quite a while, if ever. And but there's a lot of old guys going to these things. There was some guy there, he was tearing tickets off, and he had a hook hand, one of those mechanical hook hands, and he'd run the tickets through his hook and just tear it off like it was it worked better than a hand would for tearing tickets. Yeah,
how did he lose the hand?
War veterans and things like that.
Ask,
no, I didn't ask. It was.
You think he lost it in one of the big wars?
Probably, yeah. He was wearing a
God
veteran,
bless him,
a VFW hat and stuff like that. You get a lot of veterans walking around, and
then that's how he lost it.
Yeah. And then there were some current military guys there. They get the applause when they get introed and things like that.
You were bored. Let's go to Pat in Arizona.
Until I got my guns.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Pat. What's up?
Guns.
Hey, morning, boys.
Morning, Pat.
Anthony, those you're gonna love those. I don't know if you're gonna shoot them or not, but those are just a kick-ass gun. I've I've got one of those new Vaqueros in 45. They're awesome.
Aren't they great? Yeah, I got a good deal, huh?
Oh yeah, it's $1,600.
Yeah,
yeah,
for two of them. That's
all
great.
day long. I think my wife used to work for Ruger, but I think she paid close to $5 for the one I've got. It's stainless steel, but
Yeah, mine's the blued one.
deal.
It's nice.
Oh, they're blued.
Yeah.
You got to get you one of those cool twin holster setups and.
Oh yeah. So I could friggin' I need the twin low on the leg, low on the thigh, Western holsters. Just go to the range. Plow, plow, plow.
Thank you, Pat.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
You got to do that. And
You're breaking up there, Pat.
You know
Thank
what it is, though? Ruger, I had the Ruger Super Single 6 when I was a kid. It was the first gun that my dad ever bought me when I was like 13 years old for my birthday. And this gun looks like that. It's a Ruger. It kind of looks like that, but mine was a 22 when I was a kid, so it was a little 22. These are fucking 45s. And two of them
rocking the
45s. I think I'm gonna
shoot 'em
fire
once.
it.
You
Yeah,
have to.
I'm gonna take it down on the range to fire them because they're not collector's items to the point where you don't want to fire them. Like I want to shoot these.
Are you allowed to shoot both at the same time? Old school.
I'm gonna go out to Calverton and I'm doing 2 at a time.
1, 2, 3, draw.
Plow, 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 plow. That's it. 12 shots.
Jimmy was giving us a look. What's up? Are you gurgling again?
I really am. I'm going to have to walk out in a minute and go shit.
You're so out of the game today.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I can't stop shitting.
Green Lightning says I ought to learn how to do some trick shooting with those guns. I never did trick shooting, but when I had the single 6 when I was a kid, I would do quick draw. I would be able to pull the pistol out of the holster, have it cocked and ready to shoot up at my hip. It was so fast. I used to do that after school. I'd come home from school and strap the gun on and just do practice quick draw to the point where I got really fucking good at it.
Nice.
Never did it loaded, though.
Yeah.
I never actually did it loaded because I was afraid I was going to shoot myself in the foot or anything or in the leg. But it's guns fun. Just one letter. Change one letter. Fun.
Jimmy's reaching for his phone. Let's take a break so Jimmy can go to the bathroom.
Poor Jimmy.
3 already. 3 shits already.
You know
3
what?
shits and he's still alive.
He's shooting out of his ass.
Dude. I want more Cottonelle Fresh. I want the little Heine dabs.
Oh, you need Heine dabs?
I need more Heine dabbers because these would prevent me from basically having a Bic lighter in my asshole.
Can we get Dr. Steve on the phone? I want to make sure that this is not a waste of time for you, Jimmy. I want to hear his theory on the whole thing. John in Queens.
Chad.
Yeah, I was a cop for 20 years. This is for Anthony.
Yeah.
4 years retired. Not once in my 20 years did I carry my gun off duty.
No.
And I still haven't carried it once since I retired.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Congratulations.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me.
Yes, there is something seriously wrong with you. What do you think is going to happen to you?
That I'm exercising my Second Amendment right, and I have a license.
No, but this
to...
urge to have the guns on you all the time. What's going to happen? What's going to happen to little Anthony?
So no crime happens, huh?
Well, go look at the statistics and see what the odds are that you're going to be the victim of a violent.
I don't care about odds. The odds are that you probably won't hit lotto either, and then occasionally someone hits it and goes, "Ooh."
I have a question for
Are
the
you
actual.
trying to bait me into a yelling match, sir?
On a therapist.
Are you trying to bait me into
Of course
an argument?
I am. That's what we do here.
It's not working.
Can I ask a question? So by that very same logic, I should never wear a seatbelt in my car because the odds of me getting into a traffic accident.
Au contraire, you have much more chance of getting killed in a car accident or getting hurt in a car accident than ever getting shot at or stabbed or anything like that.
I bet if something happened to you,
look it up.
Although it didn't,
look it up.
I bet if something did happen, you would have wished you had your gun on you.
Rather have one and not need it than need it and not have it.
And why wouldn't you carry off duty, you fucking lightweight? You know what you are? You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be on duty 24 hours there to defend the people. Why didn't you carry off duty? You're a fucking pussy, is what you are. Y'all look the other way, fag.
He hung up.
I know.
Let it be known I did not hang up on that.
No, you did not.
Gentleman.
I don't think he was actually a retired cop.
No, I don't
who did
either.
that. I think he was just one of these guys trying to get me my goat. He was trying to get my goat.
Because people
Goat!
Yes, I hate goats. Hello, Billy. Have you eaten my newspaper? That little fella eats everything.
He's a goat.
Yeah, he really gets my goat, and I need him. How else will I get to work? I like to go shooka, shooka, shooka to the little Billy goat hairs under his chin. Plus, you're a public figure who said a lot of controversial things.
Yes.
Believe me, you having a gun is not crazy.
That is exactly it. I must say I don't. And look, I'm blowing up my own spot here. I don't wear it around the house as much as I used to.
No, that's good.
But they're everywhere.
Because that was weird when I went to see you, and you're like, it's right here.
Hey, sometimes I do though. You never know. And sometimes I'm cleaning one, and I'm just sitting there, and it's not loaded when you clean it.
Oh, I
but
thought you were going to say, and sometimes it just goes off.
Yeah, sometimes it goes off and blasts through the wall.
But, a little spackle, and I'm back in business.
But I always think, because I do have the magazine, and that is loaded, and that's on a table somewhere nearby, and I'm cleaning the various weaponry. And I always think how unlucky it would be if if somebody broke into my house, just kicked in the door when I was cleaning the 50 caliber Desert Eagle as opposed to maybe the 380. Like if I'm cleaning a smaller gun, it's like, oh, this is your lucky day. You're probably just going to get a few wounds as opposed to, oh, boy, did you pick the wrong day. I'm cleaning the howitzer.
Sucks to be you. And yes, that guy did use the word or the phrase, contraire. Contraire, right. One more call on cowboy hats, then we break so Jimmy could shit. Nate in Atlanta. What's up, Nate?
Happy birthday, Ted the Billy Goat Scratcher. Hey, down here in Georgia, most of the guys who wear cowboy hats are about 5 foot tall Mexicans, and they wear shit kicker cowboy boots that prop them up by about another 6 inches.
Yeah!
And their girlfriends are all 5 foot round white girls who are probably pissed off at their dads, and they're fluent in Spanish.
I like wearing cowboy hats on my feet.
Work is love.
Yeah. Hi-ho, Silva. I wish you continued success. That's the worst death line ever.
Thank you, Nate.
Bunch it up, boys.
All right. We're going to take a quick break and continue with a story. Ready for this?
Story?
Pregnant, car, bear.
I already know what it is. Somebody who is a bear. Oh, you ever start a joke and realize you have nowhere to go?
You could be excused, Jimmy. Just
That's
go.
why I stopped.
Just go and shit.
That's why I stopped.
Just go take.
I'll have a good car. Pregnant.
Bear. Line after you shit.
I'm not saying it'll be great, but it'll be better than what I was going to fire out.
Okay.
So will the shit I
Yeah,
take.
exactly. It's going to fire out your whole...
Look, everyone has to stay tuned. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Pregnant, car, bear. We'll see what Jimmy comes up with, and then I'll read the news story.
All right.
Yeah. You like our idea? You like that idea, Ann?
That's a good one, man.
Because Jimmy just walked into the studio and said, oh, my God, I got to shit again. I'm like...
But he was coming back into the studio from shitting.
So then I came up with this idea because I'm 3 in already, and I need a 4th.
What, you guys...
I could do a 4th, no problem.
Guys
No
are
problem.
amazing.
And I did one before I left the house. So actually, 1, 2, 3. This would be my 5th of the day. So I want to kind of like line up our assholes, asshole to asshole.
Uh-huh.
And then have a shit off. And I'm convinced that my shit will push Jimmy's shit back into his body.
Back into his ass.
But like you said, I would have to react immediately.
Yeah, because if he blasts out that liquid, game over. Yeah, you'd have to react fast. What a disgusting game.
Yeah, I know. 2 hard dicks.
We're waiting for Dr. Steve. He's dropping his kids off, and then he's going to, like, get into this shit thing.
Does Jim have his line?
What line? Oh, yeah, Jim. A gym.
Wow, Danny.
All about it.
Nice.
Pregnant. Car.
Pregnant, car,
bear.
Bear.
Many years ago, someone fucked a bear in the ass and said, "I'm going to get you pregnant, Stephen Carr." No, that's all I got.
I'll give you the clever twist on the car.
Well, he did preface before the break by saying it wasn't going to be great.
Well, mission accomplished.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I come up with words you can't spell.
There it is.
Wait, say it again. Yeah. I guess it is more yeah. There was one where I said yeah. See, I can still do it. Terrific.
Of course.
Wonderful. Men charged with burning buttocks of boy 6 with blowtorch. We'll get to that
Ooh.
story in a few minutes.
Wow.
Danny, you know what I need is the story from yesterday, which I thought was funny. The kid that was sent home with his poop in a bag.
You should have it right there.
We still have that?
You should have audio.
It's poop in a bag.
We have audio of that story?
Oh, that's...
Thanks. We know what we're going to be playing 100 more times. Yeah!
Why?
Actually, I might get him to sign it.
I just want to know why.
Why do I want to get Gary to sign Different Strokes?
You bought a Different Strokes box set.
Can I see that, Jimmy?
No.
So
Why?
Gary Coleman could sign it.
Sure, why not?
I'm curious whether he will.
Why not?
I'm very curious as to how he's going to be during this interview.
I'm not concerned with it.
I hear he's combative.
Well,
he doesn't want to acknowledge his
as long as
his
he doesn't.
past.
As long as he doesn't come in here with a monster, who gives a shit if he's combative?
That's true, but he probably does have bodyguard.
Well,
cares?
Sam,
Yeah, he has to.
you have the Different Strokes box set. Sam is going to serenade Gary Coleman as he walks into the studio. Because for the people that have been with us for a while, Sam knows how to sing a TV theme song.
Oh, yeah.
And he knows all the words to Different Strokes. You want him to try it out to make sure he's got it right before Gary Coleman comes in?
Ooh, I kind of like the surprise aspect
Yeah, me
of it.
too.
And yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But maybe we could give him pointers. That door's
How
going
can
to
we give
open.
him pointers? He knows.
He's got pointy feet.
He's awful feet is.
But that door's going to open, and the first thing Gary Coleman is going to see is Sam staring at him, singing the Different Strokes theme.
Yeah.
You think that'll go over well?
No, I think he's going to get punched. I think Sam will get punched by Gary Coleman.
Why? He's a multimillionaire from that show.
No, he's not, apparently. I don't know. Is he?
I don't know.
Is he one of the kids?
He was working as
a security guard.
He's probably bitter because it's like the show he's promoting, it kind of involves his height. It's like you got to get sick after a while. I'm not saying it's anybody's
What is
fault.
this show, by the way?
It's called Midgets versus Mascots. And it's like, Gary.
All right, stop.
It
Yeah.
really is called Midgets versus Mascots.
Yes.
What channel is it on?
AFC.
Channel Bizarro?
Yeah, it's a very bizarre concept.
Midgets against mascots. And what's the premise of this show?
I don't know. We'll ask him.
We certainly will. If you called him a midget on the street, he would get so pissed and probably punch you.
Yes.
Yet he is on a show called Midgets versus Mascots.
Sam, what do you know about Midgets versus Mascots?
Midgets versus Mascots is a feature-length film.
Oh, it's a feature-length film.
Yes.
All right, and what is the premise?
Well, it's Jackass meets Borat. So those were two very funny.
Holy shit!
Why does Jackass always have to meet something for a new show?
Even we had a Jackass meets
Mythbusters.
Mythbusters, yeah.
Basically, the idea is some midget porn director guy dies, and in his will, he has $1 million to give away. And he says he wants to set up a competition where 5 midgets compete in a series of games against 5 mascots.
That
Like
sounds terrific.
Sporting mascots?
Yes, like the Spartan from Michigan State is there. The Florida Gator is there.
What about the Philly Fanatic? Or only college mascots?
I didn't see the Philly Fanatic, but I mean, I haven't seen the film. I've just seen the write-ups and the trailers and such.
What are the reviews coming in on Midgets versus Mascots?
Well, I looked on the Midgets vs. Mascots website to get the reviews, and they've all been positive.
Oh, on their website?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What about Rotten Tomatoes?
Dan, could you pull up Rotten Tomatoes for me? Don't. I'm just saying.
It's going to be at the Tribeca Film Festival?
Yes.
We have.
Is this an independent film?
With Tribeca, you might like it, you might not. But they say for different folks, there's some different strokes. But, you know, just glad that I didn't get involved. It would have been like the Raging Bull versus mascots.
Oh.
It's so awesome that it's not even on Rotten Tomatoes just yet.
Oh, really? It's not there yet?
Well, I guess it hasn't. Maybe it hasn't been premiered yet. That's all. It's premiering at the Tribeca Film Festival.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay there, Sam, because you don't want him to sing different strokes ahead of time. You want it all to be a surprise.
Maybe if it's going badly, he can come in and sing it.
I don't
Who
like
could
the
play?
big reveal.
Who could play Gary Coleman? Let's work this out. For once, let's try to work a bit out before we do it.
What might be a good idea.
Who do you want to play Gary Coleman?
Well, I think if E-Rock walked in on his knees.
E-Rock on his knees.
Okay, could do that.
Where's E-Rock? Is he working today?
He's here today.
He's.
Is this E-Rock walking down the hall?
Let's look at how the way he walks.
Look how
his
long it
arms
takes.
swing.
He started walking down the hall.
And now he's all self-conscious because we're watching him walk.
I'm timing the walk down the hall.
His arms swing like a gorilla.
He's been walking down the hall for 15 seconds, and at a good pace, 20 seconds.
There's some more walking music.
That is a 20-plus second walk.
What happened? He get lost at the door?
Those fucking awful bacon lips.
They all have their walking music, yes.
He's so aggravated and annoyed.
E-Rock, you're going to play Gary Coleman.
Well, it's not bad enough that you guys comment, but now everyone here at Sirius seems to point out, I think they're talking about you as I'm walking down the hallway.
We were looking at your stride.
All right, you get outside this studio. You got to be on your knees. Do you want Gary Coleman to do his, E-Rock Coleman to do his catchphrase?
Even though he won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know the catchphrase?
What you talking about?
Yeah. All right.
So should I wait for the catchphrase before I start singing?
No, I think the big surprise is that door opens and you're ready to sing.
Yeah, you let it rip.
All right.
And this is how it's going to go down. This is what Gary Coleman's going to see as he opens that studio door. You singing the Different Strokes theme. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Gary Coleman to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Well, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Am I doing the whole song right now?
No.
That's just,
See, because without Gary Coleman in,
it's a good song.
I don't want to hear you really sing.
Okay.
I know.
Well, E-Rock's still on his knees.
E-Rock on his knees.
Could he at least do his part?
I'll play that part.
What you talking about, Willis?
Wow.
Sound like Gary Coleman?
How many shots do people have to do when E-Rock does an impression?
A million.
One shot of vinegar and water.
All right, I think we're ready. So at 9 o'clock, that'll go down.
Yeah.
You sing it to Gary Coleman as he walks into the studio. We got
Dr.
the story.
Steve?
Nah, I'm waiting.
Where
for
is
him.
he?
I got Lydia though.
He's very busy.
Where is he?
Lydia's got an opinion on that shit juice you're
Does
drinking.
she know about this
No,
now?
they're pills. They're oxy pills.
The shit pills. Lydia, Oceanside.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm guessing that Dr. Steve is going to say that it's actually very bad for what they call the flora in your colon, but I'm not a medical doctor. So that's just...
What do you mean the flora in my colon?
Play one on TV.
I had a little linoleum.
The flora. Oh, God.
There are good bacteria in your colon that help you not get sick. And, I have patients that take stuff like this, and generally they have body image issues, which I think, I certainly know you have, Jimmy. You're the one who started all this.
No, I know that, but I literally am just taking it to be healthy, and it's for a week. It's not like it's something I'm doing. I'm sure that there's plenty of flora. I'm sure I could get flora if I needed.
Or some fauna.
Yeah.
There's so much shit inside our bodies.
Oh,
and I'm not talking about what
that
Jimmy's
works.
doing this morning.
It's goop that works.
A bunch of goop.
Works like a machine for some reason, but it's all goop.
Who knew you had flora in
How does
there?
that work?
What the hell's flora?
It's good bacteria.
Yeah. All right, Lydia, anything else?
No, that's it. I hope Dr. Steve says it's healthy and it's not hurting you. But
I don't know how it's going to hurt me in a week. It's not fucking cyanide.
Okay, guys. Have a great day.
All right, Lydia.
I want to see a picture of Lydia. Her clit in particular.
She basically said that she's a looker.
Yeah, really?
I mean, you can't go by the voice.
With that voice?
Here's the story from yesterday we just didn't have time to get to. And then we're going to get into the pregnant car bear story.
A father says his son's teacher used the most disgusting means to teach a lesson. The kindergartner came home with a bag of human waste in his backpack. Level 4's Marley Ginter joins us to let us know what this is all about. Marley?
Well, Dan, Dad says he got a call from his son's teacher saying her classroom was stinky and asked if it could be his child. Well, he didn't put it past his son, considering his son had had a couple of accidents in the classroom already. But he never expected to get this smelly surprise he got next.
A 5-year-old at Apple Valley Elementary in Yakima headed home on the bus with more than books in his backpack. Inside was a smelly package you'd never imagined he'd be toting around.
I'm still kind of just like in shock about it, because I don't, why would somebody do this? And it's disgusting.
Jason says his son's kindergarten teacher bagged up a piece of human feces and stuck it in his son's backpack. His wife found the stinky mess.
She found a clear plastic baggie with a piece of fecal matter wrapped up in a brown paper towel with the note on it.
The note read, "This little turd was on the floor in my room."
Little poopy pants kid. The kid's a little poopy pants. For the most part, I'm pro-teacher, but this teacher's a jerk.
There's the note. This little turd was on the floor in my room.
Something's not right about that. What teacher is wrapping up shit and sticking it in a kid's book bag and not expecting just to be fired?
Yeah,
Doesn't
I know.
make sense.
It's so fired. Not thought out. It's definitely not thought out discipline.
Before the note part of the story, I was thinking maybe the teacher thought it was a brownie or something that another kid gave, and he was just passing the brownies out to the kids.
But you're a kindergarten teacher, and all of a sudden you...
Doesn't that come with
you
the
start
job?
doing that, and you just smell poo-poo.
We got the kindergarten teachers out there. It comes with a job where you have to have an extra pair of panties for the little girls, and you got to deal with the guys shitting their pants.
I used to shit my pants a lot. It would smell rusty.
In class?
I hated shitting anywhere but my own house, and I would hold it all day, and duty would come out sometimes, and it would shit in my pants, and I'd have to lean forward in my chair because it would be plastered against the back of my underwear, and it would start to smell rusty and get cold against my ass cheeks.
How old were you?
I don't know, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, and I remember Kelly Howald. I had a big crush on Kelly Howald.
Yeah,
and I was standing there in line, and she was behind me, and she tapped me, and she goes, "Did you go poops in your pants?" And I was like, "Yeah, right." But I had.
Oh, and she knew it.
Yeah, I had a bag of gold bullions in my underwear.
I never had a problem shitting everywhere.
Was she cute?
I loved her.
Yeah. You did?
Did you go poops in your pants?
And she was right behind you. And did you go poops? She said poops?
Yeah, she pluralized it.
Did you go poops in your pants?
And I was trying to be a sarcastic guy. I was like, "Yeah, right." But I did. I was honest with her, actually. We had to stand there.
Sometimes honesty is not the best policy, Jimmy.
Jimmy, that's so
embarrassing.
horrible.
We had to stand in line to leave, so we're all in a small area standing there, and you could just smell that shit in the pants smell.
You were a shit kid.
I shit my pants a lot.
Did you have it?
I would always shit my pants.
Did you get a little ribbon for this?
No.
A little prize?
But I can remember, even years after, I shit my pants a lot in my life. I used to hate using other bathrooms, and my mother eventually said, "I'm not going to clean your underwear anymore." So I would have to be I'd be 12 or 13 actually at times.
No way.
Yeah.
You were doing it at 12 or 13?
No, just because if I couldn't make the bathroom, I didn't want to shit other places.
So you would shit your pants?
Accidentally. I told you. I just told my girlfriend this story, too. She was not happy. Me and my fucking buddy Bill D'Angelo were walking to fucking school one day, and I broke the piece of the log off by accident. My cheeks shut too quickly, and it fucking rolled down my leg, and I kicked it out my pant leg on Newton Street in New Jersey.
It's so disgusting. Oh, God damn it.
And I had to stoop the stoop poop story.
I
love telling that story. I love telling my stoop poop story. Down in Florida with my girlfriend at the time, saying goodbye. Met this couple for the first time, or the girlfriend of this person for the first time, saying goodbye. Boxer shorts were in, big time, and I had like some probably awful looking jean shorts on. So, there's a lot of room.
You should have shit in your big hat.
And I thought I could sneak out a little fart. And instead, a little nugget popped out, fell down my leg, kicked off my shoe, and rolled and presented itself at the feet of.
I present to you
Did anybody of the woman that I met for the first time.
Did she see it?
Everybody saw it.
Were you embarrassed?
Oh my God!
I was mortified, and that was actually
something. They probably still tell this story.
Oh yeah, that's why I have to
this
keep
guy
telling it on the air to make sure.
Shit, right in front of us.
I want to make sure I get my side of the story out, so that's why I like telling that one a lot. And that ended up being the plug, because then it became what Jimmy's been dealing with the last 2 days, and we couldn't leave anymore.
Oh, you had a nice plug in there.
It was some kind of food poisoning, and I ended up kind of hanging out in the bathroom and some strange bedroom for the next 2 hours.
How is that
laying down,
resolved?
Running to the bathroom, laying down, running to the bathroom.
How is it resolved when the shit was now presented? Everyone saw it. What did you do or say? What was said? What happened?
You should have yelled, "Go!"
I just remember that, obviously mortified again, but then said, "Oh my God!" I remember turning it into, "Oh my God, I don't feel good," which I didn't.
Did you
and then because
kick it?
I didn't kick it; it bounced off the front of my sandals. Even I think my big toe. I don't even think I had I had some kind of flip flop or something on. So it hit the big toe and rolled. For real.
But it rolled, and then what? It stopped
literally at the foot of the person.
Yeah.
How did
I
it
feel like using those names anymore?
How did it come from the back and then hit your big toe? What did it wrap around your? Was it like a shoots and ladders shit wrapped around your leg?
Maybe a little plinko action or something. I don't know.
Plinko down your pant leg.
I don't know. I'm not people like pumping up stories. This is one that you don't have to pump up.
How big was
my
the
friends.
turd? Like a dime?
Barely like a fingernail.
And it was embarrassing though?
Oh my God. But then the food poisoning was so horrendous that I think people just knew I was
forgot that you just shit your pants as a grown man and rolled down the steps. I don't know about that. That's a rough one to wipe out.
I have never shit myself. I can say that with pride. I'll knock wood.
You never snuck out a fart and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, no way was I thinking that was going to happen."
I've pissed on myself while vomiting. That was a good one. I had to take a leak. So I started taking a leak, and I just all of a sudden, I felt faint and felt like I had to puke because I had to puke. And you know how hard it is to cut off a piss midstream. So I had to go to my knees and put my head in the toilet as I'm pissing on my legs and on the front of the toilet.
Why are you sitting down to pee?
No, I wasn't. I was standing up to pee.
Oh, okay.
I was standing up to pee, and then I felt all faint, so I had to kneel down in front of the toilet to puke, and I couldn't stop the piss, so I'm pissing all over my legs, and I'm puking.
That's wonderful.
It was great.
I shit my pants waiting for the bus once.
It's funny.
This is like a meeting.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm Danny, and I've shit myself.
Dude, I was pretty... It was one of those ones where you thought it was safe, but it wasn't. I was probably like 16.
Oh God! It's the older you get, the worse it is.
And I felt what I thought was going to be a nice gasser, and I kind of was so confident that it was going to just be a gasser that I kind of shoved it out with some extra force. I felt my stomach contract, and then I was just like, uh-oh. I was like, well, there's something else came out with that. And then I remember I had to do that little duck walk to the to this coffee shop that was across the street. And I went and I was like, hey, can I use your bathroom? And I didn't even stop to ask. I just kind of said it as I walked in. And the lady's like, no, you got to buy something. So without even stopping, I just went, just give me a coffee. I just continued into the bathroom. I had to throw away my underwear that day.
Yeah, that's definitely.
But on the bright side of the story, I had a delicious coffee.
Who hasn't thrown their underwear in in the restroom garbage.
Sometimes it's a goner.
Oh yeah.
I was told the story before, but I went to Disney World when I was 6, and my parents. It was like when the Star Tours ride had first come out.
Oh yeah.
And so we were waiting on this huge 2-hour line to see Star Tours, and I told my parents that I had to make poops, and they refused to leave the line because they didn't want to lose the space in line. So I waited the whatever it was, hour and a half, 2 hours on Star Tours, and I couldn't, and I released during Star Tours.
That is in a little room.
And that was another time my underpants had to be thrown away.
Did you stink the whole fucking Star Tours room up?
I don't remember, and you know what? I wasn't embarrassed because I was expecting it. Like I told them 1,000 times, like, Mom, Dad, I have to shit now. And so they didn't take me. So no, I wasn't embarrassed. I said, this is what you get. Now you have to clean my shitty ass because you wouldn't let me go to
That
the
would
bathroom.
explain the mother anger, though. The
Why
humiliations
couldn't
of
one
childhood.
parent take you while the other held the spot in line?
That's what I don't understand. I ask myself that when I think about that story. I don't understand why one could have just held the spot in line.
Can we go to the phones? You talk politics. You talk about the Second Amendment. It's like crickets on the phones. You talk about shit. Am I lying, Danny? Look at these phones. We can't answer them fast enough.
No, you can't answer them fast
Let's
enough.
go to Rich in Baltimore. Rich.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are the Orioles doing this year?
They stink. They got no pitching. They're 8-8, and they'll be 80-80 towards the end. So,
How's Cal Ripken?
Great. I saw him at the coffee shop the other day.
Oh, really? He's bored, huh?
Maybe he had to shit.
Clunk.
Well, my Mets, my Mets are 6-9 there, my friend. So right next to
suck
last
too.
place. Yeah.
It's because they're playing at an airport. You can't get the ball out of the park.
You know what I don't understand about Citi Field? Maybe this is a little too local, but the problem Shea Stadium had was it was right over the flight path. Thank you, Anthony, for LaGuardia Airport, the famous airport where Sully took off from. Right.
Yep.
They have an opportunity to build a new stadium, and they do. What do? They build it right next to Shea.
Yeah, so you still got the planes going over.
Like, it is so obnoxious when you go to a Mets game. It just goes through your soul. These planes. They actually stop the game sometimes when the wind is just right, where the planes have to fly pretty much right over the stadium.
Yeah.
They stop the game at times for a second or two to let the plane go by.
When you would sit in those upper deck seats,
the whole place rattles.
It was, you could see the rivets on the planes, and I'm not even kidding you, where you looked up and saw the rivets on the bottom of the plane.
The runway can't be more than 2 miles?
No, it was
2
so
miles
fucking close.
from Shea,
And
or now Citi Field.
You can't hear anything.
Nothing.
Don't they divert it during the playoffs
They
or
try
something?
to.
Yeah, it's so well known at Shea that in the new baseball games that come out for all the consoles, when you play at Shea Stadium, they will have planes go over, and you'll hear a plane go over
Really?
like every few innings.
And that area is huge. There's nothing else around there. There's parks and such. So why not move it to
I'd
another part
assume
of that
you'd
area?
have to move it so far because
maybe you're right.
Maybe the flight plans vary.
Maybe you're right.
By a few miles one way or another. It's like, all right, I could put it in.
I'm not a fan of dome stadiums at all.
Yeah.
But in this case, if they said, "Look, we're going to build a dome so we could get rid of that plane noise," I would be all for that.
Still hear
Were
it.
they open and
Enough
closed?
about shit sports. Let's talk about shit again.
Okay, sorry, Rich.
Oh, there you go, Jim. Sorry, you were
I
cut
wanna
off.
tell-
No, if they had a
I
dome
wanna-
stadium, it'd be funny if they just opened and closed it every time a plane went by. 75, 80 times a game.
Hold on, Rich. We'll get you.
The shadow keeps moving. The fucking scores are like maybe nothing in the 16th inning. Keeps crossing the pitcher's mound. It's all loud. Fucking debris is falling. every fucking
Motor's
minute and a
burning
half.
out. They're fixing it constantly.
Constantly.
Rich, what do you got?
Opie, your shit's called the wine bottle shit that you had. It's like you got the cork in there, and you pull the cork, and it's all over.
You know what? We've heard just about everything on this show over the years. That's a new one for me.
The wine bottle.
I like that.
Nice.
The wine bottle shit. I'm going to remember that. Thank you.
I told. Oh, that guy hung up.
Which one?
He said I had told a story where I shit myself. Some caller said that, and I don't remember that because I don't remember ever shitting myself. Yeah.
Maybe we can find it. Here's the second half of the kid going home with a little bag full of poo.
Right.
Jason emailed school officials. He got a response days later apologizing for the delay. This happened last week, and he still hasn't spoken with anyone about his concerns and frustration.
What would happen if this, had stayed in there for a couple? If you didn't check the bag, and other kids, were playing on the bus, and it got out, and they could have, it's a very hazardous thing. It's disgusting.
Now, the superintendent wouldn't talk on camera, but did say district officials met with the teacher and the principal. They'll meet with Jason and his wife next. Meantime, even with only a couple of months left in the school year, they want their son with a different teacher.
They should fucking fire that teacher.
Yeah,
you put fucking a 5-year-old kid's bag, you put shit to embarrass him. Fuck you, man.
That'll stay with you, huh, Jimmy?
Yeah, really. That kid will never get a healthy erection.
No, that's traumatic.
Yeah.
Oh, poor little stink pot. Little stinky ass kid.
Exactly.
Now look.
Yeah.
Little Jimmy.
Happens.
They get nervous.
We got lots of stories to go to, so let's try to figure out which one. I used to crap my pants in kindergarten. Shit myself playing indoor soccer as a kid.
All right, that's got promise.
KC from Winchester, I shit my pants last night.
Wow. Recent.
I shit my pants 5 years ago. I shit my pants in first grade in gym class. I shit my pants as at a sleepover when I was 12.
That sounds good, too.
Shit myself when I was 13 in movies. I shit my pants 3 weeks ago. And
Let's go with the movies.
And has explanation about planes flying over Shea Stadium.
Yeah, they fly over Shea Stadium.
Isn't that all that's about?
Yeah, they can't go under it. They're not trains.
Dr. Steve's on the line, too.
Yeah.
Let's go to John in Kansas City real fast. John?
All right, man. So I'm 13 years old, and I'm in the movie theater. I think I'm seeing Small Soldiers or something like that. And I'm eating a whole bunch of popcorn, and I go to fart, and I just lay out a bunch of greasy poop. And my homie smells it, and he turns to me, and he goes, dude, did you poop your pants? And I was like, no, man. So I go to the bathroom, and I leave my underwear in the stall, all brown and nasty, and I just ride my bike home, didn't even talk to my friend or anything like that, just left.
Ditched him at the movie theater.
Hell yeah, dude. I was so embarrassed.
He knew you shit yourself.
What movie was it?
It was great.
Small Soldiers.
What movie was it?
I think it was Small Soldiers.
Oh, he said that in?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir. We're going to Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve, our buddy, our pal from Weird Medicine. Hi, Dr. Steve. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hello, Steve.
Hello. Little Danny standing in line shitting himself just to get back at his parents. It's just,
Yeah.
It wasn't to get back at anybody. I just had a shit.
And the Star Tours ride is just like knocking you around as a kid.
Jostle it all loose.
You're being jostled, yeah.
Jostled about.
Poor little feller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to throw away my Mickey Mouse underpants.
Aw.
Little tighty whities.
Now, Dr. Steve, colonics, hoses up your ass.
Yeah.
Various
enemas,
powders that make you crap water for a week.
Trying to get rid of very old duty off the walls of your system. Where are we at with this?
True or false?
Yes.
Work? Doesn't work.
The story that there's impacted fecal matter in your colon that builds up over years and leads to these sort of accretions in a little tiny tube that you're actually shitting through is a myth. If anyone who's ever done a colonoscopy knows that, you take a little Fleet's phosphosoda, which is the stuff that No Filter Paul took in your studio when he shit all over the floor. And,
I love how this show has gotten to the point where he just throws that out there as just a fact. No big deal.
yeah, everybody knows that.
Yeah, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. No Filter Paul rules.
Well, it's a great colon prep, and when you go in there with a colonoscope, there's nothing there. It's just nice, beautifully pink mucosal tissue, and there's no accretion, there's no nothing. There are people that have what we call irritable bowel constipation dependent, and those people have just problems moving their bowels. And for them, there are treatments out there. High colonics are fine if you do. I'm not opposed to purging your bowel every once in a while. It's just doing it all the time that's probably unhealthy for you.
Yeah, see, this is a 1 week thing, and I maybe do it, maybe not even once a year, maybe not even that often.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Now, you're using oxy powder, though. Is that right, Jim?
Yeah.
If you look on the instructions on that stuff, or on the ingredients, it says it is ozonated oxides of magnesium. And as a chemist, before I went to medical school, I don't even know what in the hell they're talking about. I mean, ozone is 3 oxygens instead of 2 linked together, and it's a toxic substance. It's made when lightning, it makes that electrical smell when you have an electrical discharge.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how they're linking that to magnesium. It'd be a really unstable situation. If it was actually releasing oxygen in your colon, you'd be having hydrogen gas that's made by the bacteria, and then this oxygen that's in there.
Oh, my God. What an explosive, literally explosive combination.
Brought down the Hindenburg. So I'm not sure that it even, makes any sense at all. What I think this stuff is very expensive magnesium oxide, which you can buy over the counter, but we use it in the hospital all the time as a laxative. And if you're using it once a year, I don't see that there's any harm in that. It's when people become dependent on those kinds of things and use them all the time that they get into problems with their electrolytes and their sodium and potassium out of whack, and their colon gets dependent on it, and then they can't shit unless they take something.
Hey, how is silly?
So I really quickly. So the benefits, not so much. It sounds like.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can. It's really expensive magnesium oxide. I think a bottle's like $40 or something like that, and you can get magnesium oxide for a couple of bucks. And if you just want to purge your colon every once in a while, you could get magnesium citrate. It's those green bottles. It looks like a little soda bottle, and they sell it. And that's you drink it, and then you have watery diarrhea for a few hours, and then your colon is pretty much cleaned out. Not saying I recommend it, but I'm just saying if you feel the need to do that once a year, that's an easy way to do it. It's a lot cheaper than that oxy powder.
How is psyllium husk and stuff like that?
Psyllium husk is great to take every day. I wouldn't use it intermittently. The trick with that kind of stuff is it's just a fiber supplement. And psyllium now makes a lot of gas. I mean, it is the bacteria in your colon can break it down. So you will produce gas and may cause some bloating. I really like the methyl cellulose better. Citrusel, because the body can't break it down, so it doesn't cause bloating. But basically what you do is you take that every day as a fiber supplement.
Did he say so it doesn't cause flooding?
No, bloating.
Oh, I thought I heard flooding. I'm not even going for the joke. I thought he said...
Now, for people who have irritable bowel that are constipation predominant, there are some new medications out there. If the natural things that you can buy over the counter don't work, and there's one called Amatiza that's especially made for people that have the constipation-dependent
irritable bowel syndrome.
What about it?
And it works really well.
What about the Metamucil?
Metamucil is psyllium, again, and that causes bloating. I mean, it's fine. Some people don't have a problem with it, but there are people, I get letters from people all the time saying, man, my bowels are just bloated and I'm farting all the time. And, oh, by the way, I take Metamucil every day. And a lot of times if I just switch them off the Metamucil on the Citrusel, which doesn't cause bloating, that solves the problem. So, if you have a lot of bloating and you're on psyllium, you might try switching it.
My Metamucil farts rule. I love my Metamucil
they were
farts.
So bad.
Yeah, they're fucking great. Hey, Steve.
Yeah, if you've got an uncensored radio show, psyllium is probably a really good one.
Hey, Steve.
Farting into the microphone. Go ahead.
You had tried to explain to me, we were talking about with Kaku yesterday, the traveling at the speed of light and not seeing. Was there an easier way to explain that technically? Because obviously he knows the answer, but he wasn't explaining the technical part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing. Einstein had this brilliant flash that if all laws of physics work everywhere as long as people are moving at a constant speed. And basically what he meant by that is you could play tennis in a cruise ship moving along at 20 knots, as long as it's moving at a constant speed, just as easy as you can playing it on solid ground.
Mm-hmm.
And so if that's true, it turns out that one of the laws of physics is that the speed of light is constant. And if it's true that the laws of physics work for all observers, whether they're moving at a speed or if they're standing still relative to everything else, then the speed of light has to be measured as a constant no matter how fast you're moving. Now, think of this. Let's say you're moving at 99.9% of the speed of light, and you have a flashlight, and you turn that flashlight on.
Mm-hmm.
If the speed of light wasn't constant, you would see that the beam of light moving forward, just inching in front of you, because you're moving almost at the same speed.
Right.
That's okay. But in fact, you will measure that beam of light going away from you at 186,000 miles per second, just like everybody else measures it. And so the only way that that can happen is if time for you is slowed down to the point where you would see that thing that's actually inching in front of you actually moving away from you at 186,000 miles per second. And so therefore, since time is slowed down for you, if you go 1,000 light years, it may only take, to you, will only seem like a couple of seconds. Whereas at home, since it's 1,000 light years, everyone has aged 1,000 years.
Well, I still don't get it, even though your explanation was good. It's just my mind doesn't wrap around that type of stuff. Now, why can't we go the speed of light? Like, I think that maybe our math and our physics just doesn't quite comprehend that yet. Like, who says that it's the fastest speed in the universe? Obviously, it's only the fastest one we know. And who says that we can't achieve that?
Well, okay, the light itself as an electromagnetic wave can only go 186,000 miles per second. Now, it changes depending on what medium it goes through. Like if it goes through glass, it slows down. In a vacuum, that's its speed in a vacuum. Now, matter and information can't travel faster than the speed of light through normal means. Now, there are things like wormholes where you're actually traveling through space, through shortcuts in space that would actually allow you to get somewhere faster than if you went faster than the speed of light.
But that's technically not traveling the speed of light.
That's technically not traveling the speed of light. That's right. Now, there are particles. There's nothing that says that there can't be particles that are created going faster than the speed of light. And those are these things called tachyons that people have proposed exist. There's nothing in the laws of physics that say they can't exist, but they can't detect them yet.
How fast do they say tachyons go?
Well, they're just faster than the speed of light. Who knows? It may be infinitely fast. You can postulate anything. And space itself can move faster than the speed of light because the speed of light is a property of space. And so as space expands, there's parts of space that may be expanding faster than the speed of light. But again, no information or matter is actually traveling faster than the speed of light.
That time thing is just boggling, though.
I still can't get it.
I understand what you're saying. Like I'm looking at it like, let's say you're in a truck, in the back of a truck, a box truck, and you pitch a baseball, and you have somebody with a radar, and you pitch an 80-mile-an-hour pitch.
While you're moving?
In the truck, while you're moving forward at 60 miles an hour.
Right.
Now, inside the truck, if the radar gun is there, it's going to say 80 miles an hour. If now there's a radar gun outside the truck and you're on a flatbed and you throw the ball 80 miles an hour and you're doing 60 miles an hour, now the radar is going to track the ball at 100 and whatever
40
miles an hour that is. Look at my math.
Will it?
Yeah. It will, relative to the truck, it's only doing 80 miles an hour. Relative to the outside and the rest of the world, it's doing 140 miles an hour.
Okay, is that Steve? Right. That's right, Steve?
But I don't understand why when it concerns light and the speed of light, it's the same principle, yet you're slowing down. Like
right. Now, okay, let's take that exact same example. Let's say light travels at 186,000 miles per second, and you're on that truck going 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It's going to be 186,060 when you measure that speed of that beam coming off your flashlight.
Which
it will still be 186,000 miles per hour, but the frequency, in other words, the waves, will be slightly closer together because of the Doppler effect, and it will be shifted to the blue. And that's how light makes that compensation, because as you move towards something, it becomes bluer because you're hitting the waves quicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why, like, in sound, you hear, like, a car horn go, yeah.
Exactly right, and light does that, too. And so but it will always measure at 186,000 miles per second, but if you're moving toward it, instead of the beam coming at you faster, it just comes at you bluer. And the the way that you that space time works this out so that you always measure the speed of light at the same speed is that if you're moving towards something and the speed of light should be reading faster than you, or I mean, if you're moving fast, then the time is slowed down for you so that you will always measure the speed of light at the same.
But what showed them that?
Amazing. We were just talking about shitting ourselves.
The cool
No
thing.
kidding.
Absolutely nothing. This is why Einstein is the greatest genius of all time, and everyone else has been building on him. Einstein did these experiments in his head. He thought to himself, what would it be like if I was traveling with a light beam? And if I know that the laws of physics hold for everyone, no matter how fast they're moving, as long as they're moving at a constant speed, then this must be the consequence of it. And so he wrote all this stuff down, and then everything that people have been doing since then have been confirming the laws of relativity.
Wow.
And that's special relativity. And if they take a clock and put it on the space station, because it's moving fast relative to the Earth, they can actually detect in microseconds or nanoseconds how much the clock on the space station is moving slower compared to a clock on Earth, and it works to as many decimal points out as you can do it. What Einstein calculated.
Hey,
now, one of the things, Jim, is if you can't wrap your mind around it, then that's why they have mathematical formulas for this stuff, because you can always wrap your mind around the math, even if your brain can't comprehend the concept.
Okay.
And that's why they have math for this
Well,
stuff.
Jimmy had his own formula. Yesterday he came up with
M equals # hat. That's been confirmed by a guy named Larry I know who does math in Phoenix very quickly.
M equals #
Larry.
hat.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, I got a question for Dr.
Secret
Steve.
of the universe.
Do you have a problem with Stephen S. from Bayshore?
No, absolutely not. Why?
Well, because he writes, please thank Dr. Heine for the info. Then he writes, I wonder if Dr. Steve dialed his phone with a fudgy finger. Then he wrote, oh, great, from Dr. Kaku to Dr. Cocky in a single day. And then finally, Stephen S. from Bayshore writes, I feel like I'm aging 1,000 years listening to Dr. Steve's explanation. Gee, sounds like you don't have a fan in old Stephen S. from Bayshore.
He's just jealous.
Oh, no, we're very cordial.
Cordial. So.
I happen to like Dr. Steve. He's a very smart guy.
Yes,
he helped explain that. I don't know why Dr. Kaku didn't explain it like that. You know he could. He obviously gets it.
He looked around the room and said, I got to dumb this way down.
Yes.
Dr. Steve.
River.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
That really annoyed Dr. Steve.
Really got him
Let me
right
ask
there.
you, Steve, do you think it's this? Do you think that Kaku is so used to now talking to radio and TV audiences, he understands that the only way to explain it, because he's in the business of selling books and selling TV shows, is that the only way to get people to kind of be interested in it is to talk about it the way he does?
I like the lightsaber pick.
So, I don't know. Carl Sagan, he ain't, in my opinion. I mean, Sagan was just such an awesome popularizer of science, and I think Kaku has seen himself as kind of stepping into that role, and to a certain extent, obviously, he's been very successful in that. But he's
You're jealous. You're jealous of his name.
I find myself
Michio
yelling at
Kaku. Dr. Michio
when he's
Kaku.
on.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dr. Steve, getting back to the shit thing, because we started with shit, let's end with shit. There's been a rumor that the Duke, good old John Wayne, had 40 pounds of shit in his body when he died. Is that possible?
certainly not impossible. I mean, I've had people that have gone 2 weeks without having a bowel movement, and when they finally get it moving, it's pretty prodigious. So,
prodigious. I've never heard the word prodigious.
A shit prodigy.
As far as shit talk goes.
That's if you shit at MIT when you're 13. All right, good.
All right, very good.
So I guess it's impossible.
And do you think Kaku is smart, or do you think he's not a good physicist?
I don't know. I'm not in a position to say. I think he is smart. Obviously, he's smart. And he's had more best-selling books on the market than I have. There's no question about that. I just, I think the public can handle a little more real science than what he hands them. And like you said, he had the perfect opportunity to explain the whole time dilation thing, and he just sort of threw out that river of time cliche that he always
with that said,
I don't dislike him, but I end up
all right.
As having a background in science, I end up yelling at my radio a lot.
Sure, I understand that. Matt on Long Island says, can Dr. Steve break his theory down using Disney characters?
And Cookie Man.
And Cookie Man. All right, we got to take a break. We got Gary Coleman standing by.
Weird Medicine this Saturday at 6 p.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're doing a special show this week because Sam and Dave had to do their show live because somebody canceled. So we're doing a special most mediocre of Weird Medicine this weekend.
No, I like your Weird Medicine.
Very good.
It's a great concept. You know, they got a couple doctor channels on Sirius.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get Steve up
Screw
here.
them, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because I heard skin doctors on my way back to the city talking about like I don't know, zits and stuff.
The difference with them is they're not uncensored and they've got a lot of rules about what they will and won't do, and we don't have that problem.
Yep. The name of your show alone is perfect. Weird Medicine, Dr. Steve.
It's a serious medical show that's masquerading as light comedy.
There you go.
Take care, Steve. Thanks, buddy.
Steve.
All right, thanks, guys.
Steve's great, man.
Right side, back to the right, gentlemen. Both hands, right side.
Pardon.
To the left side.
I shit my pants last night. I did. Went out and had a great meal, just a great fucking meal. I had to go to the bathroom so bad in the car. I'm going, travel, hurry up, man. I got to shit. I had fucking shit in my pants. I'm good twice a year for that. When was the last time you shit your pants?
Me?
Yeah. Been a while?
It's been a long time.
I was in Vegas a couple of years ago. This is an honest to God true story. Staying at the Bellagio. I went over to the Mirage for dinner, met some friends of mine over there. Went to Kokomo's, a great little steakhouse. The guy brings out some fresh crab legs. These just came in, I got to give them to you guys. I'm eating them. Then we go play gamble a little bit. So I had a tea time early in the morning. So I said, look, I got to get going. I'm walking back to the hotel. I get 3/4 of the way out of the lobby, and all of a sudden I go, oh, fuck. And I'm standing here like this. I got my butt pinched so fucking, I'm fucked. I can't move. All of a sudden, you know, felt all right. I went just like this. Water. I had some food poisoning from the crabs. Take off my leather jacket, tied it around my waist, and I'm just standing there, and it's just running down my leg. I got jeans on, black bucks, no socks, and I just start fucking walking. Every time I'm walking, something's coming out. It's water. Straight fucking water. Then, to show you how sick I was, and then I'm standing outside, and I get on my cell phone, and I call the guy. I said, Larry, you won't believe this. I'm standing outside the fucking Bellagio. I can't move. I got shit everywhere. I shit all over myself. And Larry's about a 48 waist. So he brings me over a pair of pants and some towels. And so he comes over and he meets me where I tell him where I'm standing. He finds the closest bathroom. When you go up the escalator to go into the I can't get in the elevator. It's 12 o'clock at night. You know? So he goes in, he finds the closest bathroom in the lobby of the hotel. And then I get in the escalator, and he kind of pretends like he dropped something so no one gets behind me, tells me where it is. I go in there. He goes and gets the towel all wet for me, throws it over the fucking stall. I take off all my fucking clothes, just wipe off, leave my shoes, my pants, everything right there, the towels right there in the stall, and I'm walking barefoot with my shirt and his pants that are 48 waist through the lobby like this at midnight. Got up in the morning, took the most perfect double tapered shit I've ever had in my life. True story. Who's the pitchers in this game?
It's Opie and Anthony. Little observation from Travis, and I think I want Sam to get to the bottom of this because Sam roams the hallways.
Yeah, that he does.
I want Danny to roam the hallways, but Danny's the guy in here, so
he's the man inside now.
And Travis is he observes. Sam, Travis is thinking that there is a Casual Friday thing going on here at Sirius XM.
Yes, there is.
Oh, you know?
Oh, well, I mean, I assumed.
Did you get to the bottom of it?
No, I could do a little investigative reporting, though.
Can you please do that?
Yes.
Friday is Hawaiian Shirt Day, so if you want to come in and wear a Hawaiian shirt, feel free to do
Wait,
that.
you're thinking not only is it Casual Friday, it might be Hawaiian Shirt Friday?
Hawaiian Shirt Friday is from Office Space, which just
Holy shit. You know what?
the
I
shit
gotta
out of me.
fucking watch
You
Office
gotta
Space
see
this
Office
weekend.
Space. The fuck is this?
What'd you...
I didn't order this.
You would never eat that.
This is...
You would never eat that.
I don't know what this is.
What did you ask for?
I asked for turkey on white toast.
Nice.
With a slice of American cheese.
There you go.
This is...
It's melted, that's all.
Melted.
It was probably
It was
probably in intern Dave's pocket, that's all.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not the sandwich
just
I
bite
wanted.
into it. Just bite into
Not
it.
what I wanted. It's all hot and
Why isn't this guy doing a
melty.
Casual Friday thing? Or is that his casual? I love the people that do Casual Friday and their casual is still the most uncomfortable thing. You would never wear it to a wedding.
One of our bosses.
Yeah.
One of our bosses is doing Casual Friday.
Who?
Mr. Blatter.
Yeah, he was
we
just in
saw
here.
him. Yeah. He was wearing. He was very casual.
Is he part of the Casual Friday crew?
Oh, for sure.
Jimmy, they're doing Casual Friday here at Sirius XM. Jimmy, what's wrong? It's that fake fun, right?
No.
Corporate
he's just shitting.
People that work in an office understand that fake fun that your boss tries to do. Let's do Casual Friday.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
God, am I fat?
No.
I just don't like the melty part, but
no,
I'll live with it.
Okay.
What happened?
What's wrong, Jimmy?
I feel bad for him, man.
What?
I feel bad already.
Oh no, really?
How small is he?
He's.
Oh my God! Let me sound.
Oh my God.
But I feel
like
like
a child. What do you feel bad?
Is he nice?
Yeah, he was like, sure.
Talking about Gary Coleman, obviously.
He's doing some production, but he didn't seem like a dick. I mean, he's limping because he hurt himself. He looks like he might be a little under the weather. And,
he's under everything.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get. I didn't want Jimmy to take that one. Where do you want to put him? I want to put him in my back pocket and bring him home and tussle his head.
Well, what's the matter? He looks a little peaked.
Yeah.
E-Rock, what's wrong?
Does he look old?
E-Rock, what's up?
Like
E-Rock is in shock.
He
What?
couldn't finish the liners. He started grabbing his chest and breathing really heavy. And he's like, I'm done.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Coleman.
Yeah.
The world don't move to the beat of just one drum. One might be right for you.
Hey, how you doing,
May
man?
not be right for some. A man is born. He's a
half
man.
wishing I wasn't.
Really?
Then along
Yeah, I
come
pulled
two. They got nothing but
Pulled a hammy?
hamstring and a
They got
groin muscle at the same
different
time.
strokes.
Pulled a hammy.
Different strokes.
I was
to take.
beached for
Different
5
strokes
days.
move the world.
How'd you pull a hammy?
I have no
Everybody got
idea.
a
I
Really?
got out of the car
kind of
limping.
story.
Okay,
Yeah.
Everybody
and
finds a way to
and it was just a
shine.
limp.
It don't
But the
matter
next
that you got
day,
Yeah.
not a lot.
it was
So what?
painful.
They'll have theirs.
I
You'll
couldn't
have
walk.
yours, and I'll have
That's
mine.
that getting old shit.
And
You know, you all of a
together
sudden
we'll
you're
be
like,
fine, 'cause it
you just
takes
wake up and pull
different
something.
Strokes. It takes
For no
different
reason, I was
strokes.
Yeah.
driving
It
my
takes
wife's Beetle.
different strokes
Really?
to move the world.
Yeah, I
Yes,
wasn't
it
like
does.
climbing
It
out of
takes
anything.
Yeah.
I just
different
got out of
strokes
the
to move
car.
world.
Yeah, that happens.
What are
You
you
wa-
about? Are you 41 too?
No, I'm a little older than that, Mr. Coleman. My birthday's Sunday, and I'm going to be 44.
Oh, that's not
44.
bad.
How is it to be 40? Because I'm heading toward that big birthday in another
It
month.
depends on how you feel about yourself.
Yeah?
How do you feel about yourself?
I feel good about myself, Mr. Coleman.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear the theme song?
Yes, I wish you had shut the hell up.
Yeah. I know, you had to finish the whole goddamn thing.
Well, you know.
I'm trying to get in this chair.
Clam
and
up.
of course, by the time I get in the chair, the interview will be over.
You want us to help you up? What's up?
Yeah.
There
you
you go.
get tired of talking about different strokes and all that stuff? You get sick of hearing about it all these years?
Of course. It's 30 years gone now. Almost.
Imagine doing something when you were a fucking kid, and then all of a sudden, people still
Right.
telling you about it. Jesus Christ.
Mhm. Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
So how was it to work with, no, I'm teaching, of course.
Well, there's one picture I actually bought.
No, what's the question?
No, this wasn't even
That
a
was
question.
going into a different strokes question.
No, I mean, which were you talking about?
Willis.
Todd Bridges?
Todd Bridges, yes. Yeah, we know.
Oh, hell, I don't know.
I wasn't even going to really ask that. It was just kind of
it just popped in your
sarcastic.
head. I know. You know, it was what it was, and it is what it is. Hindsight's 20/20. You don't know nothing until 20 years later.
Yeah.
You don't find nothing out until 20 years later. We had our up days and our down days, just like any kids would.
Yeah, and it was
that's the truth.
It was that kind of a stereotype to you, or for that role, and kind of made getting other roles harder after that.
No. I'm 41 years old, and you got to realize what the reality is. I am 4 foot 8 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't gonna be a whole lot of work for me.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's just the truth.
Yeah,
I can't play a New York cop. I don't weigh 250 pounds. I ain't 6 feet tall. That just ain't gonna happen. No matter how much I want it to happen.
Was that hard to deal with? Have you dealt with it completely, or are you still kind of like
I'm still bitter about it.
Shit, why the hell why?
Well, it's not quite that bad, but I'm in this body. I don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like at least you've stayed working for all these years, and people still know who you are. A lot of people start out young, and then all of a sudden they have a great role, and then you never hear from them again. And there's still nowhere you can go in the country where you're not recognized.
Hopefully that don't happen to you. You crack me up.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, you like Jimmy Norton?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
pretty
thanks,
funny.
man.
Oh,
Great.
yeah, I saw your special.
Another celebrity that likes and knows
Cracked
Jimmy.
my ass up.
Oh, thanks, man.
Well, see, I'm really picky with my humor.
Yeah.
I like topical humor. I like political humor, but not too much political humor. I don't want my political humor over my head.
Mm.
What's his name? Real Time.
Bill Maher.
Yeah, sometimes he goes over my head a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
You mind jokes like when people go, well, everything would go over your head.
Hey, you know what? I don't mind that. It's
Oh,
the
right.
truth. It's
a
the
way to get the
truth.
joke out and ask a question at the same time.
It's the truth.
Well, of course.
Yes. Hey, hell, who's the shortest guy in the room right now? It was him.
Jim, you're making Jim feel very tall right now.
Hey, I mean, it's common knowledge. A lot of the stuff that would be probably private or whatever, because it became very public.
I know. I
suing your parents and
it's
stuff
on
like that.
DVD already?
This.
Yeah.
I guess this might be advanced copies.
Wait, what DVD of what? The latest project?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I hate this word, midgets. Midgets
Yeah,
and
I
mascots.
assumed you wouldn't like that word. I'm like, wow, how the fuck is he doing it?
It's little. The term is little people.
Little people, small people.
Yeah.
Small person.
Yeah.
Not fidget.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get a say. At least it says little people right here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I didn't get a say. But yeah, this is the latest project, and I swear to God, it's going to retire me.
Really?
Yeah. It was done we did it in Texas, and I just don't have anything really good to say about it. It's like one of
God bless you. Jesus Christ, an honest answer, finally.
Finally. It took 14 years.
An
God
honest
bless
answer
you,
from
Gary.
somebody.
We have a new friend, Gary Coleman.
Well, I could get...
God
one
bless
of my
you.
problems with me is I am honest.
Mm-hmm.
I am candid, and I have a lot of candor. And the only reason I'm really here with you right now is because they have a check waiting for me.
You gotta love them.
That's fantastic.
But your candor and stuff like that has caused some problems in the past.
Of
I mean,
course it has.
seems like every time. I don't know why you became the guy that like had to be in the news about causing shit and fights, and anybody that talks to you seems compelled to say stupid things that just piss you off. That seemed to be what was.
I should live in New York.
Yeah, perhaps. Because there'd always be. Do you find people like are compelled with just giving you a hard time for some reason?
Yes.
Why is that?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out now. Let's see. I've been an actor 35 years, and at least 30 of those I've had to deal with crap.
Like what? I guess. You know what it is too. I gather. You're the impish little kid on the show and the cute little lines and everything like that. And then once it's over, people just why do they want to like knock you down and feel
there's a whole lot of psychology behind the knocking down. People get jealous, they get envious. TV shows like E. Or Entertainment Tonight, they need ratings. So rather than make you look good, they make you look bad. No matter how hard you try to make yourself look good, they always figure out a way to make you look bad.
Yeah. How many times did those things happen where, and did you watch them and go, like, that didn't happen like that? Because we heard about fights that you'd get in and, you know, because they'd always...
Well, I've only been in a handful of fights, and it's not even a dozen. And they were never my fault.
Yeah.
And I would always win the lawsuits afterwards. So.
Oh, really?
Okay. So that's proof enough that it's not my fault and it's not my problem. There's just we live on a planet with 6 billion idiots and 700,000 sane people.
You sued your parents at one point. That was public. Did you guys ever make up? Did you win that, or is it still like you really like? You know,
no, what happened with that? God, you going way back. Too.
Yeah, it's just
no. It's what happened with that is the insurance companies gave me $1.5 million, and we settled out of court. $1.5 million out of $18 million. Yeah, right.
Oh wow, shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it still hurts.
Sure, man.
Yeah, it still hurts. But you know what? You just move on. You know, you do midgets, mascots to pay the mortgage.
So you guys never made up. You're completely separated from.
Oh yeah. There's nothing there. I mean, hell, I'm 41 years old. Who's still hanging out with their parents when they're 41?
Yeah, I avoid mine
occasionally. Yeah,
not for the same reasons. I have a lot of sexual shame. So you resent doing stuff like, because we saw midgets and mascots, and we're like, again, it's a mortgage payment, and you got a career, and you got to make money. And
it's not. Like I said, it's certainly not a career move. And like I said, it might actually retire me. That and the last project that I just did. Oh, God almighty.
What was the other project?
I just did a project in Canada for New York Fries, and they had me be Arnold, and I was just sick about it the whole day.
Oh, really?
Oh, I just wanted to throw up. I just wanted to throw up the whole day.
Do you feel like you're selling yourself out, or you're not being true to yourself?
Oh, definitely.
Some people finally embrace it, though.
That's 30 years gone now.
Some people have been very bitter about being stereotyped in a role, and then they kind of accept it and work with it. I think Leonard Nimoy had that with Mr. Spock. After a while, he just realized, you know something, fuck it, I'm Spock. I understand I got to be that Greg Brady.
Not anymore. Now he gets to be on A&E and Discovery. And
well, yeah, that's true. But it seemed to come like after the acceptance of who you are, like Greg Brady there. I'm Greg Brady, and you got to be Greg Brady because that's what people know you as. And
well, I'm one of those idiot celebrities that I keep trying to do new things.
Right.
In different things. Mm-hmm. One of my goals is to be on the internet. With some of these webisode things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I keep aiming in that direction. I try to go away from the TV and away
it is
from the movies.
The future, I think, to tell you the truth. It's like
I'm sure it is.
TV is for shit these days.
Programmable TV right there on the computer.
You just do whatever you want.
Got Hulu now and
there's
Halo,
plenty of places.
All these different things.
There's no one hanging over your head telling you what to do. You just do whatever you want to do.
Right. Well, there's still production value and there's still creativity. You still have writers and directors and whatnot, but I hope I can make it into that.
Webisodes. Do you mean like you want to host a show, or is there something you want to star in, or do you want to kind of?
What would be your ideal
what kind of show?
Oh, I would just want to be part of something. I just want to be part of something cool. That's all.
What kind of role do you want to play, like as an actor? Because, like you said, it's hard to play a New York City cop, but you also have to, like, when they go, "Hey, we'd like you to play Mr. Big," you're like, "Ugh, all right, already with that shit." Like, what is it that you want to?
No, I've done Mr. Big actually 3 times.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like the ironic Mr. Big.
The ironic, but I mean, like the big guy named Tiny. Wow, we get it.
It's like Gary. It's like it's just as a performer, you got to go like, "All right, we know that one already." It's like,
the one I did for the wrestlers. The World Wrestling Federation, that Mr. Big, I thought that was pretty fun. I enjoyed that one. I don't mind playing, heavies. I don't have a problem with that. Bad guys that are small. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with that.
That could be like a cool idea. I don't understand why you wouldn't get roles like that, like to just be a real fucking bad guy, but you're small.
Right. Well, there's a horror movie in the works where I am the horror movie character. Mm-hmm. The baddie, and they might get it together and start shooting it late this year, but they're still working on the script. Yeah, they're still working on the script because after all, I still am only 4'8".
Have you grown at all since for 30 years?
No.
Really, just it stopped and that was it.
Well, yeah. Well, the end-stage renal disease kind of put the kibosh on any kind of real height that I could ever have.
Right.
A sex symbol. So, damn that.
Oh, Jesus, man.
So what kind of? Look, you've obviously had a run. I'm sure you've hooked up with a lot of girls over the years. It's got to be one.
No,
plus.
you've hooked up with a lot more girls than I have.
Yeah, but not for free. I mean, it does. I don't count. Yeah. I mean, thank God for Craigslist.
Craigslist, God. There's a internet site that needs to be bombed off the face of the earth.
Well, except for one section. I'll agree with you. But I prefer they keep the erotic section. The rest of it they can get rid of. Fuck jobs and services.
Who needs to find a couch that bad?
Nobody does. Yeah. But the erotic section should remain.
But I've limited myself to maybe a half dozen different dates and girls over the years, and of course now I'm married.
How long have you been married, Gary?
A little over a year. And it's definitely one of the hardest jobs that you'll ever love.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So you're happy being married, but it's a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah. I'm happy being married because, you got that companionship and you have someone there that you trust and that, loves you and you love them. But it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. By the way, it doesn't matter how tall you are. That's always the case. It's good.
Tough.
And it sucks.
you gotta be prepared. You have to be prepared mentally, physically, monetarily.
Yeah.
You gotta be prepared.
How did you guys meet?
I was doing another crappy movie in Salt Lake City. It's called Church Ball.
Wasn't a good one?
Well, let's just say it was like giving apes cameras and lights.
Damn.
What have you done anything like? I'm sure you've done plenty of things that you like. What was the most recent thing that you did that you're like, you know what? I'm happy my name is attached to that.
He's just
wow.
It's been a while.
Maybe over 2 years.
Really?
3 years.
Did you get screwed on like royalty money for Different Strokes? Did you have a deal like that?
No, the money just trickles in. It just kind of shows up all of a sudden.
Yeah, but you're still getting like,
Well, what happens is they just put it in one big check. Mm-hmm. Like if 2 or 3 European countries buy 2 or 3 seasons, they will put all those little $2 and $3 and 18 cents
Seems
all
like it
together.
should be more than that, though. Christ,
No.
you were the star of the goddamn show.
All residuals cycle down to zero.
Oh, is that it? So at first it was all right, and then
just keeps getting worse.
I'm surprised that after 30 years I still get a decent check.
Gary, weren't you the highest paid TV performer on sitcom TV?
For then in
that's what I'm saying.
Late 70s, early 80s.
You were the man, right? You were the number one.
Actually, Conrad Bain got $1 more. If I got a raise, he got $1 more because it was his show, And it was his deal. And not everybody in the world knows that, but it was his show and it was his deal that he had with Norman Lear. Yeah. So he always got $1 more.
Well, I remember on the promos, it wasn't so much they were showing him, that's for sure.
I know, he was never happy about that either.
Really?
He wanted it more to be a family show, like an ensemble show. And so did I.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
didn't like that.
it did become very focused on you. And,
Yeah,
you know.
I didn't like that crap. I'm not into starring and stuff. I don't like being a star. I'm not into it. I'm not into being a celebrity. I'm not cut out of that mold. I'm not cut out of that world. I am small town Midwest, and I always will be, despite what my wife may say or what anyone else will say.
When you were working you worked as a security guard for a while. Was that just you were tired of the business, or was it just nothing coming in? And it's got to be hard because
It's both.
You're very recognizable.
Well, you can't just sit around and not pay your rent.
Right.
You know, they'll just take the apartment away from you. So yeah, it was actually both.
And you're getting recognized on the job. That's got to be a strange.
No, I was actually security in parking lots and gate houses and fancy neighborhoods. They'd make me watch furniture. I mean, just stupid stuff. Yeah, they wanted to make sure the furniture didn't run away or disappear. One of my jobs was I was watching 20 orange cones. The parking cones.
Like these things right here.
Yeah, and they disappeared on me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they disappeared on me. And I still don't know what happened to them.
I'm going to venture a guess that you're not a good security guard if 20 orange cones
disappear on me.
Escaped.
Yeah, they sprouted legs and ran from me.
What exactly is this project? It's Midgets vs. Mascots. It's called A Tribute to Big Red. Let's root for the little guys.
Is a little guy who is the typical wild and crazy little guy who is into women and parties and drinking and smoking, and he decided to have a contest between some sports mascots or, fast food mascots and some small people. And it's sort of like, what's that stupid thing with Cohen, Sacha Baron Cohen? What's it?
Borat.
Yeah, it's Borat-like. And I did not like Borat.
Did you not like the movie or the show or both?
What didn't you like about Borat? Yeah.
I just don't think Sacha Baron Cohen's that great, but that's just my opinion. He can sue me if he wants, but everybody has opinions.
Tall motherfucker.
I just didn't think Borat was all that great. I thought it was just nasty and foul and hard to understand, and I think a little just over the top, too offensive.
Really?
On some levels, yeah. So
you have a line of. You do have a line then where you won't go over as far as offensive goes.
Yeah,
as far as humor
you're looking
goes.
at it.
You mean this?
Yeah,
oh, shit,
you're looking at it.
New movie.
You want to throw it against the wall? You're
Christ.
more than welcome.
Oh, yeah, I wish I had a chainsaw right now.
Well, can you get the Opie and Anthony chainsaw? Pronto.
Oh, my God.
You want us to get a hammer or something? It would be wonderful if you just, smash this thing in front of everybody.
No, that's all right. It's not my copy. I wouldn't do that to you.
It's called...
It probably cracks him up, so...
Yeah, that would make me laugh.
I'm not going to bust up his only copy.
Are you a gun guy, Gary? I've read that before.
Yeah,
you got a partner in crime right across the way.
I love 380s, and they don't even make them anymore.
Yeah,
Colt 380s.
Oh, Colt 380.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little Walther
5-inch.
Walther PPKS 380. Those are good little guns. I just picked up a Desert Eagle though. That thing is 50 caliber, ridiculous.
Yeah. What are you trying to kill a building?
Yeah, I know. It's true. There's no practical purpose except to shoot it and giggle like a girl when you do it because it's hysterical to shoot. But no, I love shooting. I love collecting.
I've got
guns.
to shoot things like AK-47s and Bren guns and. Man, shooting a Bren gun, you feel like you could just kill everybody.
You must be like,
oh,
fuck
man.
the world, man. I'm going to town.
Oh, man. 200 shots a second. I'm just like, just Please give me that. Man.
Unbelievable, man.
I get like 200 shots a minute.
You must have a really strong arm to hold on to these things as you shoot them.
No, the Bren gun actually, you put it against your shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's got a long banana clip, and you just aim that thing. It's a spray gun.
Yeah.
You just spray. And it just feels
his eyes lighten
good.
up as he say that, as he says that.
Oh,
you just
man.
Spray it into old producers and directors and lighting people
and court officials and
parents. Producers and directors I'd like to light up with a few bullets in their ass. But
See, I don't understand why this part of you hasn't been captured for some kind of fucking show.
Yeah, have you ever written a book? I was just thinking of that. Is there a book?
Oh, people have been chasing me down for a book for 10 years. I ain't got nothing to write about.
No?
Well, I think you do.
Why? You just-
I think you really do.
You just did 3 chapters on our show alone.
You want an honest celebrity, which is not common.
Yeah,
They're
you might
usually
not think so, but
very rare.
To be honest like that and to really be open to answer a lot of questions.
I'm such an honest celebrity. Other celebrities bother me.
Really?
Yeah, I wish I could just grenade their ass every time they do something stupid.
Do you understand that's a chapter? Celebrities I'd like to throw a grenade at, and you fucking write that. It'd be all over Drudge. People would talk about who is this monster that we fell in love with 30 years ago? He hates everyone. Dude, that's a fucking best-selling book.
That is good, man.
It really is.
That is a great best-selling book.
It just, I hate being embarrassed because of other embarrassments. That's my problem.
Oh, yeah, you watch something embarrassing and then you become embarrassed for them and you're like, why do I have to deal with this?
You know it's going to spill over.
Yeah.
People are going to look at me and go, celebrity, duck, find a foxhole, get out of the way. It's like, what? It's not me.
Have you been approached by, I know there's all these associations for child stars that have been in trouble and have gotten in trouble, or that, have you been approached by that? I know there's that one guy.
One of my attorneys has me kind of like associated with one, but it's a good one. Mm-hmm. It's for rehabilitation and to protect their money when they're working, and it also extends to orphan kids and taking care of kids who are homeless. So it's a really large organization.
Do you feel like, aside from the monetary thing with the parents and stuff, do you feel that as a kid you were just exploited? And I mean, your childhood.
All kids are exploited in business.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I said as soon as they perfect all the ability to make dinosaurs, they can make kids, and kids don't have to work in the business anymore.
So you just clone or make some kids and just have them tucked away for acting.
Well, you just have them digitally done.
Oh, I got you. All right, I thought you meant like literally clone them, and then the second they get older, you kill them or something. You put them in that matrix fluid.
No.
Do you think it's still that way? Because I did a show called Lucky Louie, and there was a kid on the show, Kelly, and the way they protected her, like, because there was really strong language on the show, so every time there was like, only in rehearsal we wouldn't curse, only on the live thing, so she only had to hear it once. And then she was only brought in for her scene. She was brought out. She was schooling. I mean, they really went out of their way to take care of her.
Well, it's gotten better. It's gotten better. It's just taken 20 years, but it's gotten better.
But it was awful that they would work you shit hours and.
I've worked 16 hours before as a kid. Yeah.
And God,
where are the adults? Where are the parents?
Yeah.
Who the hell knows? Probably, the parents are probably getting, 50s in their palms, and
on benders.
The studio teacher is getting 50s in his palm.
Did you resent anything at the time, or like as you were a kid, were you like, "Fuck, I just want to play"? Give me a break.
Wouldn't you resent working 16 hours?
I'm not sure.
He resents working 4.
Yeah, believe me. Yeah, the work part, like the work part, I do understand. That would suck as a kid.
But you're on a TV show.
But you're on a TV show, and I think as a child, you might like the adulation and the attention.
Nah, I was not like that.
No, you kind of just wanted.
I accepted it for what it was and what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't enjoy working with double pneumonia on Saturdays. That is not my thing. I was working with double pneumonia with someone else had double pneumonia because the stupid writers didn't know what the hell they wanted.
It's quadruple pneumonia.
Yeah, with 2 people. With 2 people in the room. Sneezing and coughing and wheezing on each other. Just dying.
Wow.
Nose running, eyes watering. And then they want to know what's wrong with us. We're sick?
Good answer.
Yeah, good answer. The phones are lead. You want to take a couple phone calls, Gary?
Sure.
All right, let's see what they want to talk about today. Let's go with Matt on Long Island. Matt, we got Gary Coleman in the studio.
Yeah, big fan, Gary. I want to know, are you happy you weren't the one that was molested in that very special episode?
Oh, Christ.
Oh, we bring that one up a lot.
Oh, with Dudley.
Dudley.
And the guy who played Mr. Carlson from WKRP in Cincinnati.
He was the creep.
Maytag man.
Yeah, and he was the Maytag repairman.
Yeah.
After the original Maytag repairman.
Gordon Clapp.
Yep, that's his name.
That is his name.
Well, look at you, Jimmy.
I'm a Gordon Clapp fanatic. I have Gordon Clapp photos all over my home.
Hey, I used to watch WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I just liked it because they hung a Kiss poster in the pilot. I thought it was cool.
It was a good show. Oh, thanks for your call.
Did
Yep.
Yeah, how did they handle that with you guys? Can we talk about the episode just because with Dudley and because Dudley's father had really big teeth? And I saw a guy in court one time.
Lee
That was his name?
That was his name.
I saw a guy in court one time. My friend was in trouble for drugs, and we saw a guy, and he looked like Dudley's father, and he was talking about how his son had struck him with a frying pan, and me and my friend had to leave because we were laughing.
Just picturing Dudley hitting him.
Yeah, just picturing Dudley hitting his father with a frying pan. How did they handle you guys on this set? Were they really like how did they take any special care?
No, they just wrote it a certain way, that's all.
Okay.
They just had to write it a certain way, and we just shot it like a regular episode, that's all.
No special, I guess now they'd be different, but back then it was like, take off your shirt, get in the tub.
Yeah, right. Yeah, whatever.
Nah, they just wrote it a specific way so that everybody could get the message without it being too explicit.
From when you started out doing the show till the time it was canceled, I guess. Once it was canceled, did you miss it? Were you like? 'Cause it was such a part of your life, though. It was such a part of your life.
I couldn't wait to get on a plane to get the hell out of L.A.
Really?
I was burning rubber on my shoes.
Yeah,
really? Oh God, no.
How many years did you guys shoot the show?
8.
Oh wow, I
That was 8 years.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did the whole cast stay through the entire time, or was it like all in the family? Where after a while, Edith leaves, or were you guys together, all of you, till the end?
No, we weren't all together all the end. I don't remember who went where or when or why. It was all just a whole bunch of producer and writer politics. I don't.
Yeah.
Do you like Norman Lear? Do you have fond memories of Norman Lear?
I don't even know the band that well. I only met him twice in my life.
Oh, really?
Holy shit.
Maybe 3 times in my life. I know he was very fond of hats.
He was fond of hats?
Yeah, he would wear these hats.
That's fucked up. You only met him 3 times.
Yeah, I guess
you made that guy a lot of money, Gary.
He wasn't the kind of producer that was on his projects.
Really?
He had an office where he would create these shows, and then he would pass them off to showrunners and other producers. Good Times, Jeffersons.
All in the Family?
All in the Family. He partnered up with another guy for Sanford & Son for a while. Yeah. So, yeah, he would have these things created, but he was not there. Other producers.
So he wasn't the showrunner or any of that stuff. He would just be involved in the creation and then just kind of
right, and he'd rake in all the money for having created.
And I guess if a network knows that Norman Lear is selling something, people would probably...
Back then, yeah. Oh, Norman Lear? Oh, please, hand it over.
Right.
That show was a hit before it even went on the air, just from the original promos that played and featuring you. But I remember watching TV and seeing the promos, and it was like, here's a new show that's going to be coming up in the fall season, and different
November.
Strokes. And it was you featured in the commercials, and it was huge before it even hit the air, the first episode.
They wanted to make sure that, for whatever bizarre reason, they want to make sure that it did well.
Yeah, apparently so, and it did.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a very highly rated show.
Well, we were always top 20.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we would creep into the top 15s every now and then, but it was always top 20.
I remember, it's funny, like you remember the first time you see certain people. I remember the first time I saw Gary. I remember the TV guide opening it up. It's very rare that you remember the exact first moment you saw somebody or you became aware of somebody. But yeah, you're right. It was a fucking famous show before it even went on the air.
And then I was in love with, Dana Plato.
Yeah, I think every guy was.
As a kid, you're looking at that.
Gary laughs again.
Well, kind of.
I've heard that one lots of times.
Yeah, a lot of spanking going on.
Yeah, I imagine not when looking at Mrs. Garrett. I imagine she didn't get a whole lot of play.
She got plenty of play. Her show went 3 years longer than ours.
Jesus
Did she go 11 seasons?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Don't ask. I don't know how that happened.
She's a hell of a career.
After a while, the girls all got old. You know what I mean? And then they became teachers. It was like fucking
that show
silly.
sucked.
Then they started doing movies.
Was Dana?
She was supposed to be on that.
Really?
Yeah.
And then
What happened? She left Hollywood, or she didn't want to do it?
I think she just left.
Was she cool? Like at the beginning? Yeah. Well, like was she okay, or was there always some kind of a inner problem that she had?
Like I said, hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah.
You look back on the days when things were just a little bit skiffy,
right?
Just a little bit weird, and then you go, aha! I get
now
it now.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Even early on in the show when she was really young and.
No, she was fine then, but her mother was alive then, so her mother kept her on the straight and narrow.
Okay. And then she lost her mom and kind of lost it. And,
her grandma couldn't keep up with her. There's no way.
Wow. Young girl in Hollywood like that? Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I know. You'd probably be looking for
her. Well,
Gary,
you listen to
absolutely
the show?
right.
Well, it's got to be hard. Everybody's like, especially if you're doing pills or whatever, you're very famous, you're actively famous, you get whatever you want. I mean, you're one of the in people, so that you have complete access. And then all of a sudden, the show is gone.
Yeah.
The vehicle which made people.
Well, actually, the show wasn't gone. Her job was gone.
Yeah, she actually got the boot, right?
Oh,
Didn't she?
Yeah, she was. I think she was one of the ones that got the boot first. I don't know why. It was none of my business.
I guess other people probably knew what was going on, and well, whatever.
You know
could
what?
speculate up the ass.
Hell, I was tired of the show after the third season. I was just like,
you
know
were.
what? This is boring.
Jesus, really?
This is boring, and it's stale, and it's not funny anymore. Okay, can I do something else now?
Were you starting to get scripts like those very special episodes where you were just like, Jesus Christ, this is supposed to be a comedy show? And
some celebrity comes in.
well, the big one, of course, was the First Lady at the time, Nancy Reagan.
You know what? I was sick of that episode after the third day.
That was the whole anti-drug message that was going on, that just say no.
Yeah, like that works.
Meanwhile, half the cast is fucking looped. It's fucked up.
Yeah, I probably, me and Conrad are, not, I can say this now, me and Conrad are probably the only ones that have always said no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a picture on the back of season 2 because I got, of course, I was going to ask you to sign it. And I was very jealous. There's a picture of you with Ali.
I'm going to break off parts of you if you make me sign that piece of shit.
I knew it. I said the same fucking thing.
You know what? I will respect that. I wanted to get you to sign something, but if you didn't want to sign that, I would probably. It was just because you had a picture.
I would just assume sign whatever favorite part of your body you always like to talk about.
Now look what you're stuck with.
Well, there wouldn't be.
Pop it in the VCR.
If you were going to sign the favorite part of my body, there wouldn't be enough room for your entire signature. You probably put a GC.
Once you give that,
paint it.
Give them the DVD and let them take a look.
Would you be? Do we have? If you want to throw it against the wall, you'd be more than welcome to throw it against the wall. Hey, you work with Ali.
You get anything from that? Quickly, sorry, Jimmy.
I should, but I don't.
From the DVDs sales?
I should, but I don't.
You should.
Oh, you don't?
Nope, Columbia found a way around that.
Goddamn vulture motherfuckers! They fucked so many. That's why when you said they
amazing
in foreign markets, European markets, it seemed like that was so before DVDs. They fucked so many actors on DVD residuals, which is one of the things that was causing the strike and the strike talks.
And it's in the contract. And even before DVDs were even invented, it said, there's this line that says any recording devices or what's the word? I can't think of the other word, but it included things that would be invented later.
Future, right?
Yeah, for future. Like
holographic images.
Yeah, what the hell ever, bubble chips.
Yeah, whatever.
There's a line in the contract for that. No, we don't get anything for that. We don't get anything.
Yeah, it's amazing how they act like DVDs are still a new technology.
Yeah.
And that was how they got. I think the actors were too generous at first. When it first came up, they're like, "Look, we don't know this is going to be anything," and the actors kind of gave them a break, and then these fucking vultures took advantage of it.
I knew that this stuff was going to take off when there were VHSs.
Yeah.
I knew this technology was going to just keep evolving, because it went from beta to VHS. I don't know why it went to VHS, and then it went to laser disc.
Yeah, the short laser disc ears.
Yeah, and then finally it went to CDs and then DVDs. So I mean, writing was on a wall at laser discs. If you weren't on board then, you were an idiot.
Yeah, you knew that at some point they were going to figure out how to make those smaller and more information on them.
Right.
And they just screwed so many artists.
Well,
out
DVDs
of,
are eventually going to be. I mean, they're going to be obsolete anyway.
Well,
as
they got them
digital
down
downloads.
to. They got them
Not
down
even
to.
eventually.
What's the thing
before our
on the PlayStation?
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray or
No,
the
the
Netflix?
3-inch.
Oh
What
yeah,
do they
yeah.
call them stupid little things?
Mini disc.
Yeah, mini disc. That's what they got them down to now. What's the PlayStation handheld game?
Oh, wait.
System.
The UMDs,
Yeah,
which is a Sony
UMDs.
proprietary.
Yeah, they got them down to UMD size now. I can buy movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little 2.5-inch, 3-inch disc.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't on board with this stuff, you're just gonna keep getting that concrete dildo. It's the truth.
So when the show
Stick it
is
in
on,
deep, don't they?
You don't watch it if it's on.
Hammer it in.
If you flip through the channels and see yourself on, if you see an episode, you just fuck this and just click it right off. You have no desire to watch it. Will you ever go? I actually was like.
I imagine he shoots a lot of TVs.
No, I actually watch a lot of Discovery Channel and Learning Channel. You know, I'm on cable. I watch movies on cable.
What's your favorite thing
I
that
don't
you've
really
done?
watch network. I haven't watched network. I don't even know what the hell is on network TV anymore.
The only thing I really watch is Lost because everyone else does.
Heroes, Law and Order, SVU. That's about it.
The Wire. Did you like The Wire?
No, I did not see The Wire.
Best show on
The
TV.
Wire.
It's fucking 5 episodes, HBO.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 seasons. The best show on TV.
Really?
Yeah, it's over now. It was only
I
meant
love
to go
it.
5, and it went 5. Better than Sopranos. Most
I
underrated
couldn't
show
watch
ever.
Sopranos. That was just too much like watching Casino for like 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Do you like the A&E shows, the crime shows, things like that?
No, I actually like what's the Deadliest Catch?
Oh yeah, that's a good
I
one.
watched that,
Yeah.
and gotta watch Dog.
Oh, you like Dog?
Gotta
yeah.
watch Dog.
Bounty
Oh,
Hunter.
Bounty Hunter. He was shot at the other day.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, big
I
story.
can't wait
By
to hear
Gary
about it.
Coleman, which is very. It's,
I'm sure they'll figure out a way to put me there.
Put it
No,
on
it
you.
was Joe Dirt. He wanted his wig back. Fucking mullet has got to go, dog.
Can't believe people wear mullets.
It's really awful.
in this day and age.
So if you had to look at all the stuff you've done, what's your favorite thing that you've done? Like the thing that you're happiest that you did over the years?
Tough one.
Not a whole lot I'm proud of.
Were you on that cop show?
Wow.
What cop show?
The reality cop show? Where I'm trying to think. Did you do a reality show?
Why the hell are they showing that again?
What?
Right behind you. That's already happened.
Oh, the Sully thing?
yeah.
No, the U.S. Airways thing.
plane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sully
yeah.
the
Yeah,
pilot.
Sully the pilot landing in the Hudson River.
Someone's probably finally figuring out, it wasn't that much. I should sue. Or a lawyer got involved.
Hey, I'm sorry. What was your question?
Lawyers.
Did you ever do a reality show? Did you get dragged into that?
I've done pilots for reality shows, but I've even done one for True TV. They asked for it, and they turned it down. They said it was the best reality show that they could not take.
Why? What was the problem?
I don't know.
What was
It's
the
one
show?
of those weird, bizarre statements that they make when
Yeah.
they don't want something.
What was the show
Yeah.
about? Maybe we can figure it out together here. What was the concept of the Gary Coleman reality show?
Just life improvement? And I guess life improvement doesn't fit on True TV.
Oh, yeah, they just want
On True
someone-
TV, right?
They want people. We'd rather have the life destruction part is a lot more
exactly.
interesting.
Exactly. How much, most daring and most shocking more can we put on?
Riots, part 3. Love those shows, though. I do watch them.
You know what? I actually got tired of most daring and most shocking.
Yeah, after
Because
a while,
after
they show you the same
you
stuff.
look at it and it's like, wait a minute. I've seen that like 8 times already.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you see the same ones over and over. It's sort of weird that we voluntarily watch stuff that was so hard for in Clockwork Orange. They just showed him all this ultra violence over and over again.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Alex.
Yeah.
Malcolm McDowell.
Alex. Whoa. Yeah, in Clockwork Orange. We just sit there now. all right, let me just watch some hardcore violence for a while. And,
Yeah. How many drunk women can drive through 7-Elevens? Let's see.
Let's
see that.
Just missing the counter person again.
I love watching people dive out of the way of errant cars.
Great show.
Got to have good reflexes.
Yeah, really. Thank God for surveillance cams. They really did fucking pick up some. If it's not a guy throwing fucking a coffee into the face of a clerk and stealing the money, it's a car crashing through. It's never anything pleasant. It's never anybody getting blown. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I like the ones that drive in and then drive out.
Yeah,
Like, oh, damn, did I just drive in here? Oh, let me just back out.
Leave that gaping hole in the place and think,
and the clerk is standing there going, where are you going?
Yeah, and they're usually drunk. I saw some woman do that, and she was completely drunk on one of the shows, not live. And she was like, maybe can we just not say anything about this? And the place is destroyed. The car is like wrecked, and she just wants to walk off.
Hanging in.
Yeah. You partake in any
Reefer?
recreational reefer, booze, pills, anything like that?
No, I save all that for you.
Yeah, thank you.
You do listen to the show.
Sir.
Hey, I'm talking about Surreal Life. Gary Coleman was on Surreal Life.
Yeah, that was one of those
That was a big
shows
show.
I did that could have retired me.
You didn't like doing that? That was a
No,
big show. It was on VH1.
I much rather would have had my fingernails chopped off and stuffed down my throat than to do that again.
Yeah. What was the problem with that show?
It exists.
Who was on the cast with you? I'm trying to remember.
Hell, I don't remember. Just people who were on like Survivor and failed reality shows, and you know, there'd be people who were just, I don't know where the hell they come from. They find these people and they put them on there and they lump them together and they hope the personalities clash so they can get some fireworks and people tearing down the set and burning the house down, and I'm just like, what in the hell am I into?
Yeah, how did I get in here? Well, it's the check, the old check again.
Yeah, you know, it's like, well, it'll pay the rent. Shit.
Do you have like a game plan or something? Is there a grand plan that you have that you want to be somewhere in 5 years or something down the road
I'm
again?
retired.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to be retired in 5 years.
And then what? Where you want to live eventually?
Oh, I'm going to stay in Salt Lake, but I think I'm just going to, you know, do like internet businesses like SMC and Amway and stuff like that, because I already do that. Scentsy candles. I love candles. And
I do too.
I actually have a website.
Hit it.
It's called GaryColemanWorld.com.
Let's get some
Gary
candles.
Coleman World.
Everyone buy a scented candle today for mommy.
I prefer
Mother's Day
vanilla
around the
cinnamon.
I love vanilla goddamn candle. In my house,
I have a complete homosexual's taste in candles. I like fucking vanilla scent.
Up your ass?
Go to GaryColemanWorld.com. I got Scentsy candles, dude.
Gary, you just sold a shitload of candles, my friend.
I hope so, because I love
No,
them.
because you really gave us a great interview. The people are loving you, so now they're going to go and buy candles. That's how it works on this show.
And I still say you should do a book. If you don't feel like writing it, you should dictate it. Because I'm telling you, you're honest, man. It would be a very
I'll
compelling
have you
read.
write it, because it would kill people. They'd open up the first page, man, and they would just start busting up like their heart would stop. Have you be my ghostwriter.
They must screw you on interviews by editing and shit, because like we didn't know. I'll be honest with you, we didn't know what to expect when you came in here for an interview, because we've heard just horror stories. Always. And you sit down, you're a personable, funny guy, open and honest, and why isn't that presented more? I don't see how.
Because there aren't that many Opie and Anthony shows.
No,
there aren't that many. I mean, TMZ is the thing now.
Yeah. Get the clip.
I had so much respect for Harvey Levin, too. I used to love the guy.
When he was on the People's Court?
Yeah, and then he goes and creates this thing. And I'm just like, ugh.
We interviewed him recently. We were very shitty to him, if that's any consolation.
I hope so.
Yeah, he's a douche. Fucking vulture.
Damn TMZ idiots were in Canada when I did the New York Fries thing. I'm just like, at 3 o'clock in the morning, because my flight was delayed 5 hours. I'm like, don't you people sleep?
Yeah. What are they going to say to you when you get off the plane? Gary Coleman's here in Canada.
Yeah. Well, and we met up with a very nasty Gary Coleman. It's like, I'm 3 in the morning.
We were here 3 hours ago for what the hell's her name? I forget her name. Black Snake Moan.
Oh, right. Big forehead. Big tits.
Oh, J-Lo.
No.
No. Skinny.
Christina Ricci, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Didn't Samuel Jackson chain her up?
3 hours ago for Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
Why are you still here? Go home.
They are just vultures. And with the advent of things like, cell phones that take video and everything, now everyone is the paparazzi. Everyone is out there to
Everybody's a stringer.
let me get you. If Gary Coleman's walking down the street, I'll just keep my camera on him, and maybe he'll do something stupid, and I could sell it to the. It's ridiculous. I was just talking about this, Jimmy.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're going to sell that pic? Gary, hit him. Then I'll take a picture of that and go, look at what he did. What a maniac that Gary Coleman is.
Your website, Gary, your website just got 55 hits, my friend.
Oh, wow.
55 hits so far from our listeners.
You're out of your mind.
For real.
That's it.
What's the counter say now? Because all those people don't buy nothing.
Freeloaders? Skinflint?
The first day it had 100 hits, and I'm like, oh, good. No sales.
No sales.
Yeah, it's a GoDaddy.com site, so I'm really proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got all the best, and nobody's buying anything. Well, nobody's going to buy nothing right now. The economy sucks.
Well, but Mother's Day, scented candles. It's perfect. Get
That's
a lavender candle for Mom.
GaryColemanWorld.com.
GaryColemanWorld.com. I was happy that it was actually available. Because there's like 100 Gary Coleman sites.
Gary Coleman's insurance company and stuff like that.
What you want to do is you want to charge people. You want to make some money. Because obviously you're not getting residuals from Different Strokes DVDs, which they're fucking you on. So you want to say, if you want your DVD signed, you send it to me with X amount of dollars. I will hit it with a hammer, sign it, and send it back to you. You want to have some fun with it. Make a few dollars.
Probably do that.
Fucking bash it with a hammer, and they get it back broken. So it's like, they paid for it, but they can't watch it, and they can display it with your signature on it, fucking cracked in half.
Pete from Connecticut was a fan of Surreal Life. He says Gary Coleman had a beef with Vanilla Ice on the Surreal Life. Ice kept pushing him to say, "What you talking about, Willis?" So Gary told him to sing "Ice Ice Baby."
Oh, nice. He doesn't like that.
He hates that.
But then he winds up singing it anyway.
Of course he does when Suge Knight hangs him by his fucking ankles out a fucking window.
I should have dropped them.
He certainly should have. Well, that's how you know. That's how you know you've been bitched. When a man hangs you by your ankles and you're like, "All right, I'll sign."
You know what? Every now and then, you just need to be taught a lesson.
Yeah, that is a good way to do it.
He got taught one.
16th floor off a balcony.
Don't fuck with Suge.
No, you certainly don't sign on the dotted line for
Suge.
Suge.
Okie doke. He signed it with upside down because he was hanging that way.
Yes.
We should
wiping the vomit away.
We should let Gary go. Unless you wanted to hang some more, but we have to take a break because we're setting up something for Aunt's birthday.
I'm following my minder over here.
Who's your minder?
Your minder.
He's out there somewhere.
Basically, you want to leave. I understand.
No, it's cool.
Oh, no. Just,
actually,
you come back and see us, though.
It was a great time,
I'm here for the Tribeca Film Festival, and I am...
Did you meet De Niro?
Not yet, and I'm going to be really embarrassed because of this midgets and mascots.
Oh, that's part of the Tribeca?
Uh-huh.
Hey, don't be embarrassed. Fuck De Niro. If he looks at you weird, go, "Hey, I saw a righteous kill, shithead. Keep your mouth shut."
Yeah, it was a
fucking
piece
let
of
him have
crap.
it. Really let him have it.
Yeah, he's been in some
real... They should have just left it at Heat.
Rocky and Bullwinkle, all right? Enough
should have
said.
been it. He should have been it.
It was a good movie.
So you are you embarrassed by this because of what it's called, or because you don't like the way it came out? Like, is it entertaining to watch?
I don't think so.
Hey, can you...
I fucking love him.
Dude, I got what he said about the movie up on the screen here. Danny, can you get that again? You did a nice little rant, and hold on. We'll get it in 1 second here. All right, here we go. Gary on midgets versus mascots, and I quote, "It was worse than any film school project." The former child actor says in a YouTube rant, "I shouldn't be in this movie in the first place, but the mortgage keeps coming. This movie almost cost me my relationship with my wife. It has caused me grief. I'm going to bash my fist right in my agent's face." That is some honesty right there, my friends.
Oh, how fucking great
And
are you?
of course, Robert is going to be real pleased to hear that.
Hey,
But
you're going to like that quote, huh?
yeah, Robert loves me though, and he takes good care of me. He's a good agent. Just every now, like everybody right now.
Yeah.
You got to pay the mortgage. You guys are probably like, Jesus, we're glad we got jobs.
Yeah, believe me, it's true. Times are tough, and you sit there and go, "We'll just don't make any waves."
You look at Wall Street, and you actually start thinking of walls, real ones, because there's no way to get to the money anymore. It's gone. So it's not like I got a retirement plan.
Hey, if this sells well or whatever, will you at least get a piece of it if it sells well on DVD? I'm sure your deals now are a lot better, so it's in your interest for it to at least do well, right? Like
No.
financially?
No.
Dude, no. Look, the people that make money on movies are the directors, the producers, and the writers. And the actors if you're Will Smith.
Right.
Yeah.
I am not Will Smith.
Well, I'm sure he's a fan, though. Why don't you just fucking Will Smith? Why don't you guys do something together?
I would love to do something with Will Smith. The man he's got a level of brilliance that's just scary.
So if you could play anything, you said you want to play bad guys, but is that the only thing you want to play? Like,
I don't know. I'd like to play the kooky neighbor or the kooky friend or the guy that comes in and goes, I have the answer. This is how you not die. I'd love to be that guy.
I would like to see a show, if you do a comedy show, that shows like the darker part of the personality. Because I like that a lot.
Absolutely.
That would be very,
fiction,
very
that'd be perfect
like that,
for you.
yeah.
You and I should do a show.
Yeah, there you go.
Good luck getting anything with me sold. I am a black spot on the lung of good fun and success.
Well, we would have to be like assassins or something.
That would be fucking great.
That would be pretty cool.
Like Leverage, but like really dark.
Kenny has a show idea. I don't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
Kenny,
you might recognize Kenny if you've ever seen The Addams Family.
I'd like to pitch a sitcom idea to you.
All right.
You play a hemophiliac teacher that goes back to his old neighborhood. We call it Welcome Back Clotter.
He's not on the radio here, is he?
Oh.
You don't like that?
No, it's fucking awful.
You might have
He
seen.
wouldn't even do a joke like that.
No,
That's terrible.
I don't think he liked that.
Kenny
one.
was in the movies too. You might have seen him in Jurassic Park eating the tops of trees.
Well, he is tall.
Yeah, big lumbering fool.
Dolt.
They would call him Mama Luke.
Yeah, hey, you Mama Luke.
Yeah. Well, Gary, it was great having you, man.
Absolutely,
and
man.
Honest,
Very
funny
cool.
guy.
Nice surprise to see you.
Yeah, it was
Gary
really good to
Coleman.
have you.
Thank you, fellas.
What are we
Thank you.
promoting? We're not promoting the movie, obviously. So the
website, GaryColemanWorld.com.
Buy a candle for Gary.
GaryColemanWorld.com.
If you enjoyed the interview, try to buy a candle if you can afford
Grab a
it.
candle.
When is Mother's
Vanilla.
Day?
Yummy.
A couple weeks.
Yeah, that's a nice gift to get.
Yeah,
You fucking
perfect.
have it sent.
From Gary Coleman's website, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, it's got like 3 or 4 things you can go to. It's actually a portal.
Nice.
You go to the portal and you can just click on things, and it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to have a guy come in and just be fucking honest and funny. It was great to have you, man.
No, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, Gary
You guys
Coleman.
have a good day.
You too.
man.
We're going to take a quick break. We got a little surprise for Anthony. His birthday Sunday.
Oh, fuck.
I know. I don't even know what it is, Ann, so we'll find out together.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
I heard he's 44 years old today.
He looks so young.
And so vibrant. You think he'd take something for it?
I don't know. Happy birthday, Anthony.
Feliz cumpleaños, Anthony Cumia.
Opie and Anthony, Gary Coleman has left the building, and I got to tell you, first of all, someone get the instant feedback, because the lines coming in from the listeners were great. I'm going to try to go through some of those. But he was great.
Yeah.
He's going to become a regular on this show. Who knew? We thought
he was.
We thought we were going to have a bit of a problem.
We thought there was just going to be some kind of trouble, either not trouble where he's going to start swinging or anything, but
yes.
I thought it was going to be kind of a maybe pulling teeth thing, or he was going to say I don't talk about that or something, and he turns out to be really fucking cool and talked about everything, whatever.
And then we all ran as soon as the mics went off to get our pictures taken with Gary Coleman. There's not many celebrities we all want a picture with. Gary Coleman definitely one of those. And I was like, I am in Kenny during the interview. I'm like, Kenny, I picture this one being a good one. I need a picture with you and Gary Coleman, and do not kneel down to his level. Stand there. The picture is hilarious.
Because Kenny is just giant.
Yeah, I'll get that up on Twitter in a few minutes.
That's
Opie
great.
Radio, yeah. But then there was a discussion on how you take a picture with someone that's a lot shorter with you.
Yeah, because Opie comes in and says, yeah, well, I knelt down to his level before the picture. And we all looked at Opie like, what?
Yes.
That's like an insult. And you said, no, it's out of respect.
Yeah, it's out of respect you go down to their level. But then what did I say?
You don't.
You said that's because I know I used to work with sick kids.
I said he's a 41-year-old man. He's not a sick kid. He's no, you didn't.
That's horrendous.
That is horrible.
You got to email this immediately. I got to get that up on the Twitter too, man.
That's like an insult.
My picture is ridiculous.
Let me get down to your level, like he's fucking 10.
And then I go, no, that's what you do with sick kids.
He's a 41-year-old man. You don't kneel down to his level. And you're not even kneeling. You're like squatting.
Well, I stood up.
Man.
Two men took a picture together. I just stood. I put my arm on his back, which he didn't really seem to like. This was before we
he doesn't
talked.
like being touched. He doesn't like signing different strokes stuff.
I was fighting. I'm sure he would have if I asked him after.
And I don't even think he likes taking the picture. You think differently. I think he's
he's so
he's had it
fucking
with that
dude.
too.
He's been doing it for so many years.
He's like sure.
I'm sure he would have signed it if I asked him after, but I was like, it was so funny his response.
It really was, yeah. Now you're stuck with different strokes.
That's the beauty of it.
DVDs.
I don't need it signed.
I'll put it on my Kaleidoscape.
This is a new bit from Derek. Should we go to this and then go back to this? Okay. I don't know what's going on. The guys behind the scenes really set up a nice surprise, I guess, for Anthony. I have no idea.
They said, Anthony, we got a surprise before we went to break. We got a surprise.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, great. What the fuck is this going to be?
Yeah. Because we hate surprises.
We hate them, and show surprises are usually just bad and embarrassing.
Immediately, Anthony was just like, look, I don't want to be touched. I don't want to get up and do anything.
Yeah, I don't want there to be a I have to participate thing where I'm, or some hooker comes over and grabs me and I smell like hooker all day.
Hello?
Well, why don't we just go? It's just a phone call. You can handle a phone call.
Yes, I can. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Is this Anthony?
Yes.
Oh, great Scott. It's your birthday.
No way. Oh, my God.
Am I right or am I right?
Is this real?
Yeah.
Come on. Yes. Wow.
For real?
Doc Brown.
Doc Brown.
Well, how are you, sir?
Happy birthday. How you doing?
Thank you. Wow, I am flabbergasted that one of my favorite stars is calling for my birthday. This is fantastic.
Well,
you do not know how many times I have watched you, even in number 3, in Back to the Future 3, which even a big Back to the Future fan, 3 is kind of but you pull it off.
Well, that was my favorite, number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah. It had romance. It had all that stuff with a train. It had a horseback riding. It was a Western. I mean,
and a red log.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
oh, my God. Well, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Yeah, I'm here and doing good, working. And,
what are you working on these days?
I'll do some sort of film in Detroit in a couple of weeks, and another independent thing, and just keeping my stuff, keeping me, moving along.
I have to ask you something. You were always so concerned about the whole future, and you shouldn't know about it, and don't mess with the past. Yet you gave Marty the hoverboard at one point. You said, here, take your floating device to go back into the Old West with. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that?
Golly, I never gave it a second thought.
Oh, okay. All right. At least that makes sense. You're a little scatterbrained. I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, a fluke there in my key. I don't know. I'm not. That's going to disturb me. I'm going to be thinking about that all day.
Yeah, well, I've been thinking about it for years. And I've never really gotten a straight answer because for all the times you don't want to affect the future by screwing around with the past, you certainly screw around with the past a lot.
I don't have a good rationale there.
Good rationale.
I mean, as we've learned throughout the Back to the Future series, Doc Brown, for all of his smarts, never really used good common sense during any of the movies. Like, why in the world would you think that ripping off Iranian terrorists was going to be a good idea?
By the way.
Libyans, what'd I say? Libyan terrorists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had somebody a few years ago came up to me of Arabic descent and was quite offended by that.
Oh, you know what? It's so good to it's refreshing. I think that's why that movie holds up too. It's refreshing to watch a movie from a time where it didn't matter. You know, you could actually use characters like that, and it was fine.
Yeah.
It's it's gotten a little too stuffy these days. I got to ask you also quickly about maybe Eric Stoltz being cast as Marty McFly at the beginning. How is that working with him? And did you yourself see a problem working with him that maybe the producers saw, and that's the reason he was ousted?
I mean, he was in it for about 6 weeks before they made the change, but I had no idea whatsoever. And he was a very good actor, and everything seemed to be going well between us and all. But apparently, he didn't have just a little bit. They wanted a kind of a comic edge, and they felt, the producers, everybody felt that was had to be there, and he didn't quite have that. He was playing it seriously well, as playing the situation, all that. But they wanted, Michael's got that comic flair.
Did you notice that? Like even though you thought Eric Stoltz was doing a good job at the time, did you notice once they cast Michael J. Fox?
No, I didn't. I had no idea. Because I didn't know that clearly what they were looking for, and I was trying to survive and hope I was going to not going to be the one. So no, I didn't. It was a big surprise. We came back. We were working in a big, huge industrial area where that parking lot was where they, and we all gathered after lunch, which was 1 a.m. in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And Spielberg was there, Bob Zemeckis, and everybody. There was something very solemn about it, and kind of grisly. And the announcement was made. It was made with a kind of deep regret, and
wow,
because somebody. Next day was Michael.
Were you at all annoyed that you had to reshoot all those scenes? Because I mean, I know that you did shoot at least a good portion of the scenes with.
Not really annoyed. I was just hoping that I could repeat myself.
Oh right, yeah. It's like, damn it, I did a good job.
Or at least do it better.
I think you did it.
Yeah. I think you pulled it off. Did you ever go on the? Did you ever go on the ride?
Oh yes,
Back to the Future ride.
When it opened up. I think I went on it 4 or 5 times and nearly made myself sick.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's probably one of the best rides I ever went on, and I hear that's not there anymore. Is that true? It's a shame.
It's I forget the comic.
Yeah, they put the Simpsons ride.
Oh.
Yeah, and that might be pretty exciting because they're using the same setup, the same kind of
right, that motion.
That motion, all that.
It really fools the senses, man, when you're flying through the hill valley there and you're actually getting some motion. It really was a great ride. They put that
dive down into that crevice and all. It was like amazing.
Yeah, they put that in the DVD that they just released. They put the footage from the ride, and
really,
it is very cool to watch. On a giant screen.
I have a question for Christopher. If I could.
Jim Norton is here also.
Jim Norton here.
It's not your birthday, is it?
No. I just wanted to an odd question. I said a question for you. Yes, that's Jim Norton. I'm a big Taxi fan, and how come only the first 3 seasons have come out? Is Taxi season 4 going to come out?
What a great question. For real.
I'm out of my mind about Taxi season 4.
A lot of Taxi fans here.
I'm not aware of this. Season 4 never came out on repeat?
On DVD. No, I'm very hurt.
I have no idea. I didn't even know that.
All right.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, see, Jimmy, what do you think? He's putting these things out?
I don't know. He might know.
From his garage?
It was a bad question.
It was a good question.
Nah, it's a bad one.
Wow. Well,
I'll work on it.
I don't want to keep you, and thank you so much for this birthday call.
I have one.
I'm stunned. Christopher Lloyd, man, it's fantastic.
Can I compliment you on something before you go? Because this is Anthony's birthday gift, but I just wanted to tell you how much I loved you rooting for McMurphy to kill Nurse Ratched at the end of Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, I was. That was like a dream.
and of course, one of the best Klingons in any Star Trek movie, Christopher Lloyd. Yes, just ruthless. Ruthless. I loved it. Christopher Lloyd, thank you so much. This is like such a great birthday present. You're one of my personal heroes.
Have a great birthday, and I wish you the best. And who knows? We'll maybe do this again sometime.
Well, come on in and see us when you're in New York.
If you're in New York, we'd love to have you in the studio.
All right.
All right, sir.
I actually know where you live, so I'll live.
That sounds like a threat, Opie.
Yeah. No,
Jesus.
Oh shit.
It's our little secret because I was walking home one day and here comes Christopher Lloyd walking out, and I was the one that took a picture of you and a couple big fans.
Oh, well, okay then. I want copies.
So I'll just check in with your doorman every once in a while and see if you're back in town, and then then we'll go out for coffee and we'll set up the whole thing.
All right, have a good day.
All right, Mr. Lloyd, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
I hope I didn't scare him. I was just trying to have fun.
My friend,
what a great gift. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
I did that. I went through my friend Brian Scalero. my friend Brian Scalero did a sitcom with him.
I don't believe a word you say ever, though.
Brian Scalero.
Oh, the cake is coming in. But you wrecked it.
One more surprise for you for your birthday, Anthony.
Right.
He didn't post his bail, so we're just going to have to eat it.
Look, it's a welcome home Uncle Joey Back to the Future cake.
Oh, that's great.
And you're supposed to just drop it down on the table.
I don't get it.
Because Uncle Joey didn't get paroled.
And can I put you on the old Twitter, you and your birthday cake?
Yes. Here, let me hold it up.
All right, hold on.
Hold it up so everyone could see it, then pass it around so everyone gets
All right,
it.
hold on. People are going to hate me if they're following me. Too many fucking pictures going up today. Here's Ann and his birthday cake.
Birthday cake.
Give us a little birthday smile. Oh, come on now.
Why am I
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is someone going to bring a knife in here, or should we cut it with our cocks?
All right.
We were actually going to do
Just dip it in. Let me lick it off.
We were actually going to do a flux capacitor cake.
Oh.
We said, no. If we're going to do a Back to the Future cake, it has to be
There,
Welcome
I
Home
made
Uncle
the first
Joey.
cut. Yes, it does. That's a cake.
For us people that aren't obsessed with Back to the Future, for real, and I've seen the movie, I don't know.
That's to a T. That's a good.
But I
that's
don't
a good
know.
one.
Like, what's the scene in the movie? I
That's the
really
scene
don't
in the
know.
movie when in the at the beginning of the movie.
Looks good though.
What a fucking
Uncle Joey
cake.
is supposed to be in jail,
right?
And they have a welcome home cake for him, but he didn't make he didn't get paroled.
Okay.
So the mother, who was miserable at the time because Marty didn't fix things yet and change things actually, kind of just slams the cake down and goes, and then when he goes in the past, Uncle Joey's in a like playpen kind of a thing, and he goes, hey, better get used to these bars.
Tastes good. So when
he's a little baby.
I'm going to watch this movie again, and then I'm going to be like,
of course,
holy shit, that was the cake.
You actually have to watch it another 80 times.
Well, there it is.
So you have half as many visuals as we have. Wow, that is a good job.
Yep. Who did the cake?
That's the
Mars made the cake. Mars, I didn't know you were a baker. What?
Made the cake.
Holy shit!
Yeah, your wife knows what she's doing.
That is fantastic.
Don't open up any bakery near Huntington, my friend.
Wow, dude,
then we're gonna have to go in the cage.
That's a talent.
It's my sister's territory.
Because that is exactly like the cake.
It's really good.
Well, I'm looking at a screen cap of the cake. And what's the matter, Jimmy? Is there a problem, Jimmy? I'm taking this now.
Get your dick beaters off of my piece.
Oh, it's like very sweet angel-y cake.
It really is.
Mm.
That's what it is.
It's a Jimmy cake, angel cake.
Here's the funny part, though. It's an angel cake for a real devil.
Oh, you are so funny.
Kenny, why don't you cut yourself?
Treat yourself.
That was my cake. Treat yourself. I earned that cake. Wow, Christopher fucking Lloyd. That is so cool. Doc Brown.
Welcome.
Doc Brown.
Right there. On the phone.
I love cake.
And an Uncle Joey cake.
And an Uncle Joey cake.
What more could a boy want than an old man and a shitty cake?
Well,
he's a hero.
We do have a bit going back to the Gary Coleman as you guys eat the cake.
Wow.
It's
My
called
sugar intake for a year.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's a new bit called You Decide. Is Gary Coleman acting or dying?
Right?
Derek came up with this, and Steve?
You decide.
You decide.
Is Gary Coleman acting or dying?
Yes.
Would you rather stand? Would you rather sit? Okay.
Got it. Right here, and close it right there. And whenever you're ready, you're good.
This is Gary Coleman, and you're listening to the Opie and Anthony Show. This is Gary Coleman, and you're listening to my pal, Little Jimmy Norton.
All good? Okay. Is that cool? Did you want to do the others, or just the two?
Just the two.
Just the two?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ooh. Who said wow?
Derek.
That was Derek. Wow. I guess that's when the door shut.
I think it's more of a visual. What he was,
dude, he was much smaller than I thought he'd be. Like,
I know.
When I saw him walking down the hall, I'm like, oh my god, he looked kind of frail.
Yeah.
But he hurt his groin, so he's walking slow.
Yeah. But I don't get a piece of cake. Last time I did not get the cake. But the piece of
there's your cake.
No, that's okay.
Do you want cake,
I had
David?
a piece. It's very sweet.
Does it taste good?
It's really good.
I can't
it looks
do
weird,
Office
though.
Space references without people taking it literally. Watch the movie.
I got it.
I shouldn't be eating cake.
You got me today too. Pregnant car.
Holy shit! I forgot about
bear.
this.
Yes.
They're going to kill us if we don't do this before we get out of here for the weekend. A pregnant woman who was fleeing a bear when she was struck by a slow-moving car said she would honor the euthanized animal by giving her baby the middle name Bear.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. The bear got hit by a car.
The woman was running away from the bear who was trying to attack her and eat her. And the car hit
the bear?
Ooh. Wait a minute. Let me read a little more. Yeah, all right. I see where you're going with this.
I don't.
Because the headline says pregnant woman hit by car while fleeing from bear, but the bear's dead.
Yeah.
Ashley Swenson, 26, said she thought the bear followed her more out of curiosity than malice because it kept a distance of about 10 feet Thursday morning on a hiking trail and blah, blah. Swenson managed to scramble up an embankment and was crossing the street when she was hit by a slow-moving car. Ooh. Although she was not seriously injured, she was taken to a hospital as precaution because she was pregnant. Swenson said she first spotted the bear as it was coming out of a creek, but she started running when the bear moved toward her. The brown-colored North American black bear was tranquilized and later euthanized after Swenson identified it.
Why euthanize?
Why would they do that?
Stop killing animals for doing what they're supposed to do.
It didn't. It
Put
didn't
them deeper
attack
in the
her, did it?
woods.
It didn't even attack her. She's ran out. Old panicky Pete there.
She was a panicky Pete because she's pregnant, but then she later said, I don't think the bear was, attacking me.
Yeah.
It was just curious.
Trying to fuck her.
So then fucking tranquilize the motherfucker and put him deeper in the woods.
Maybe there's no other to take it or something.
Yeah,
Swenson said she was sad to hear about the bear's death. Yeah, because the bear spared me, and then it had to die. Swenson, who was about 5 months pregnant, said she doesn't know the sex of her baby, but will give the middle name Bear, whether it's a boy or a girl. Yeah.
Yeah, the kid's going to love that.
Yeah. How about Michelin for the tire that ran her over?
Young captain. Wow, look at Al Gore. What happened to him?
He got fat and old.
Wow.
Look at all the gray hair.
Yeah.
He looks like a completely different person.
It's global warming.
He's becoming an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go home.
Yeah, let's start our weekend. I want to thank everybody that was involved with
your birthday
with
celebration.
My little birthday thing. That was cold, short, sweet, to the point.
How do you spell?
And Back to the Future.
How do you spell Brontosaurus?
Brontosaurus.
Hold on.
E-R-O.
My pick of a. Wait, what were you saying?
Start spelling Erox.
Oh, my
fucking Jimmy, man.
My picture. How do you spell Brontosaurus for real?
B-R-O-N-T-O-S-A-R.
Get the fuck
U-S.
Bronto. Oh, that's what I. Oh.
What is it?
Okay, hold on.
It's S-A-U.
Oh, God. R. My pick of a Brontosaurus.
That's what I said.
No, you said S-A-R.
S-A-U-R-U-S.
That's not what you said.
I didn't?
Kickable.
All right.
I want to go meet Goose Gossage.
Are you? Yeah.
Mad Dog's interviewing him, yeah.
update.
Hey, dog. We got Goose Gossage on the show.
I gotta go.
Jimmy Norton's gonna come in and get an autograph from Goose Gossage.
Let's go home.
I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Bye, Jimmy.
All right,
have
Jimmy.
a good weekend.
Have some good shits.
And I'll be at your house this weekend, hopefully.
Yeah, stop on by. We'll pop up. I got my the live show is going to go on. I think we're doing it tonight. Are you coming over?
Do you want me to?
Of course I do.
Well, then I'll come.
Yes. Come on over, Dan. Me and Danny will pop on live later on. It's mogulus.com/Anthony Radio. And we'll do a little show, a little video show after we've had plenty of beers and don't really give a shit what we talk about.
Very good.
Sounds good.
Yep.
See you guys Monday.